On a mild evening here in Ottawa, there's the threat of rain as we continue our coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier. And at this time of the round robin, every win, every loss takes on added importance. As you get ready to step onto the ice, you may be sneaking peeks at other scores just to see where you stand. This afternoon, draw 9 here at the arena, TD Place. Northwest Territories' Jamie Cooey, yet to win, had played his brother very tough last night. Went to an extra against Manitoba and Mike McEwen this morning. And there and here against Ontario, bang, bang, come across, gets them both to score 4 to pick up win number 1 on his father's 69th birthday. And he's a winner by 3 over Ontario. Saskatchewan beats Prince Edward Island. Team Canada, a win over BC, and Newfoundland and Labrador in a crucial game against Alberta, win by 1. So, as we check the standing, top of the table, still undefeated, Northern Ontario. Then you see them start to space out. That's the group at 3 losses. That includes Ontario, Saskatchewan, Quebec. Some of the teams are saying it's a race to 7 wins. 7 wins will get you something, and now we have no winless teams. Coming up tonight, more multi-game coverage. If you'd like to see Alberta, Northern Ontario, it's on TSN1. Or if you'd like to watch Manitoba, Team Canada with Brian and David, that is on TSN4. From here in Ottawa, the Tim Hortons Brier. Yeah! Northern Ontario has said no to the rest of the pack. The 2013 winners have been so good. Perfect 5-0 start. Brad Jacobs has the competition chasing him, but he'll face a stiff test tonight. One of the favorites heading into the week, Alberta. A little disappointing at times at 4-2. Kevin Cooey and his team of Brier champs look to start a new winning streak coming up. It's a heavyweight tilt from the nation's capital. Northern Ontario against Alberta. The Tim Hortons Brier is next. And what an evening it's going to be as Alberta steps onto the ice here at the arena at TD Place against Northern Ontario. And we welcome you back inside and say hello, Canada. And welcome again to our continuing coverage. Harold Russell alongside. 2 losses now for Alberta, but when you look at the numbers, my goodness, they are still one of the best out here.
Off the charts, number 1, actually. They're really not doing anything wrong other than they ran into 2 incredibly red-hot skips. Glenn Howard, game number 1, 98%, put them away in an extra end, and then they just lost this afternoon to a 99% Brad Gushue. So you're not really doing anything wrong other than don't get in your own way. That's the key here tonight in this big game. Go for the 2s. Against Gushue, they tried to score a 3 and a 4 and put too much pressure on themselves, end up getting nothing out of an end. And it's the same with against Glenn. They were 2 ahead, they didn't play the scoreboard, and they were burnt.
5 straight wins for Northern Ontario. Is it a time to believe in the beard?
They believe in the beard. It certainly isn't hurting anyone, but I think it's based a lot on talent, all these wins so far. But they've got some tough games ahead of them. Alberta, Ontario, Manitoba, Newfoundland. So the keys for tonight is patience. You're going to get some opportunities against this ultra-aggressive Alberta team. And then what I love seeing is that they're making the most of their opportunities. Perfect example was versus Team Canada. They were down 3 points, and you see it here. They had the option to draw for their 2, but instead they choose to play the slash in and get their 5 points, making the most out of all the opportunities that they get.
And showing all the emotion that comes with this team. And they can ride that emotion, and Alberta knows it. The keys to the game are brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. When we come back on this Tuesday night, we're looking forward to it. Hair-raising, just maybe, here in Ottawa. Brad Jacobs, Canadian champion, gold medal winner. The Brush brothers got him. Bang, bang. Oh! Shot. Believe in the beard.
Yes! Run back try. Kevin Cooey, final stone. Got to catch some red. Gets 2 to go. Wow.
Great shot.
That is a bailout shot from the skipper.
The 2016 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of curling Canada.
Once again, multi-game coverage for you. Stay with us for Alberta, Northern Ontario, or join Brian and David on TSN4. Manitoba against Team Canada. On a rainy evening here in Ottawa, it'll keep our eye on the ice, particularly for the humidity. Time to meet the teams now is brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Hi, I'm Kevin Cooey, skip of Team Alberta. Our lead is Ben Hebert, second Brent Lang, third Mark Kennedy, and we curl out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary, Alberta.
Hi, I'm Brad Jacobs, skip of Team Northern Ontario. Our lead is Ryan Harnden, our second is EJ Harnden, our third is Ryan Fry, and we curl out of the Community First Curling Centre in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.
And it will be Alberta that has last rock. They'll have the hammer playing the Red Stones. It took 3 throws to finally determine who would have that hammer. The first 2 throws by each team were put right on the pin, and then Brent Lang was on the lid, and the final stone from the Northern Ontario second, EJ Harnden, only wound up in the top 12. So Northern Ontario will play the yellow and to get us underway. Big game for both these teams. The Northern Ontario lead is Ryan Harnden.
Line looks good, nice and tight.
Well, you would think bigger for Alberta than you would for Northern Ontario with 2 losses to Northern Ontario, 0 losses. But as you said in the opening, look what they've got left, Northern Ontario. They are not home and cooled out yet. They've got some tough games.
Oh, they got a big battle. I was just chuckling at Kevin Cooey. They showed him the start there, and he's yawning. And you see Brad Jacobs. These are the 2 most opposite skips down at the other end that you probably will ever see.
Yeah.
Intensity and
Early tight, Brad.
Well, listen, we said earlier today, this is about time of the week. Focus. Everyone's tired. It's been a, you come in, all that adrenaline, you use it probably, you feed off it for a couple of days. Now you get into that little bit of a lull, and now you have to look ahead. And some of these teams are going to face a real tough finish. Let's take just a look at Northern Ontario. So Alberta, Ontario, then you got the territories. Hey, you don't know what Jamie Cooey's going to do. He beat Ontario. Then Manitoba, New Brunswick. He closed against Newfoundland and Labrador. Could that right now be for first place? It's a possibility.
You're right. Cooey just came off a tough, tight game. They've all been that way, so really hard to recover, get ready, and get back out here and not feel some sort of fatigue.
So center goes up from Northern Ontario, the corner, and now Northern Ontario goes around their own center guard. 4, Alberta. Okay, you're playing Northern Ontario. You got BC, they're struggling. Quebec could be in the mix. Then the defending champions, and Saskatchewan, who are trying to keep themselves alive right now as they come in at 3-3.
Line's good, line's good. Line's perfect. Whoa.
There, guys. No,
Lean it. Lean it.
Off. Straight off.
Read Benny.
Good shot. I'm going to trip over that rock all end. Watch out for it.
Well, we've seen this before. So, I mean, look at the red rock on the Tim Cups. We've seen a number of players stumble. It just happens to be that way.
Where? Clean. Clean.
Back 4.
It happens to be exactly where you want to put that corner guard, and that's where Benny put it. So
Top 4. T.
it is a concern.
Whoa. Puppy. Whoa. Pete. Whoa. Yep.
Whoa. Shot each. Shot.
That's the key shot to the front end's success for their team here, is to get to that inside. Ben Hebert to a beautiful angle freeze, but he's on the wide side, only slightly. That allowed Northern Ontario to get to the inside. Big advantage.
That's going to be the big part of this game. You look at Brent Lang, number 1 in seconds. You look at Ben Hebert, tied for first. Then you got Ryan, EJ. Like, those are going to be the head matchups where you get the 2 of them setting up these ends and these angles.
It's close, but we're heavy. No, we're
Andy.
You ready, Mark?
We're like top 4.
Oh.
Wait, Mark, you gotta wait till
No.
past the guard.
Line's great.
Wait.
No.
Wait.
Little heavy
No,
seats.
no. Little bit. Yep. Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
And now the quiet tap. Mentioned it is raining outside. Rain is in the forecast. Could present some problems for the ice, or with the ice, as we say. Good evening, Kathy Gauthier.
Hey, Vic. Well, I talked to Dave Merklinger, and a lot of what he is doing is anticipating probably your weather forecast for the rain that will be coming not only today, but during the week. And so they're taking steps to fix things before they actually start. So between games 1 and 2 today, they scraped twice rather than once. And between the last 2 games, 3 times. They're also using a fat pebble, if you will. What that does is it burns out the frost and it attaches itself to the ice surface and prevents the frost from creeping up. What they're trying to do is make sure it stays away before it builds. And they say, Dave specifically, that there will not be frost tonight because of what they have done to prevent it.
Now, for a moment there, I was just insulted when she said fat pebble. But what does it mean, Russ?
Well, it's just a bigger pebble. It's the holes in the pebbling can are obviously different thread sizes, and it's a bigger pebble, so it holds more moisture. It's a bigger drop that comes out. Each individual drop is bigger, which would, as Kathy says correctly, would soak up more of that frost. Great idea.
As you mentioned, this building was opened in 1967, and although it's undergone 4 renovations, it does not have any dehumidification. Boy, Brent Lang got lots moving, still leaves Alberta with sitting the shot stone, top 4. So 1967 it opened, seats 10,000. This is the home of the Ottawa 67s. And as you see those beams up onto the left, this is under the one of the grandstands of the stadium where the Red Blacks play. That's why you have that low area of seats around, and then of course the greater majority are on the other side where there is no seats for the stadium outside.
We played here in '93. The low side was of the warmer side, so the sheet A, as we look at it, was the warm sheet, and it had problems with it, but David solved that.
Clean up. That's good there. That's good there. That's good there.
I mean, all the seats have little heaters around them, so he's unplugged those heaters.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's exactly a good point. That's exactly what went wrong. There was too much heat on the low side, which was too close to the ice. So he's disconnected them all, so that won't happen.
Yeah. And then he came up and he said, "Can you guys in your hot air just stop talking for a while?"
Right.
We said, "We can't do that."
You have to give all these top ice makers so much credit. David's also brought in a burner in case the frost gets over the top of the pebble. They can actually burn the ice, which melts all the frost and keeps the ice kind of green for the next day.
Trying a little split.
Whoa. Roll the shooter. Roll the shooter. Whoa, baby.
And watch that shooter.
Okay, not bad. Not bad.
And it'll just half cover now the shot stone, and it belongs to Northern Ontario without last rock.
Almost. Was trying to kind of get 2 shots out of one and roll his shooter on.
Good pick, that.
I don't like that.
What do you like?
Either the draw around the corner or the guard.
The draw around is your force opportunity.
Yeah, you got to be behind the red.
Just behind the red. Get around the one in the top 12.
Yeah, exactly. Just around that.
Same
Top
as I
4.
draw the button here?
Yeah.
Top 8.
Yeah.
That's positive.
I think this would be a slower spot than the draw of the button, but
Rube, line's good.
I guess you're never late with these two people rushing for you.
Easy. Stay close.
Line's good.
Well, in fact, these are 2 of the better brushing front ends.
Back 4. No. T. No.
And Brent Lang may have a few years of age on Ben Hebert, but he and Hebert have teamed up now to be a terrific front end. And around they go. And they are sitting the 2.
It's like, is it a
You heard Mark Kennedy talk about the combination he loves.
dead nose?
Ben and Brent, that combination down at the front end.
No, dead nose is real
Brent's
close.
an exceptional judge of weight, and I think that's really great for Ben.
Dead nose, sliver low.
The run double.
Dead nose. Dead nose, Mark.
If you ever made this, you'd be 2 underneath cover with hammer.
Mark Kennedy
Yep. Whoa,
said the team is better able to handle the emotions of an up and down week, and oh, just underneath.
Try, Mark.
Jeez. Tough one, bud.
Boy, it's high standards, isn't it, when you make an 8-foot run and almost make it perfect.
Shoot, bro.
Yeah, I like it. Let's go. Can't believe you missed that.
Straight to the tee.
Yeah, exactly. Like the tee, eh?
Speed's good here. Speed's good, eh?
Straight up.
This is a hair wider than everything else, but I think
It'll be fine.
Okay.
As emotional team you'll see, and particularly a skip in Brad Jacobs.
Maybe half a foot more at most.
Cheryl, feeling is that that emotion, should they get ahead, they feed off that. The emotion, however, can work both ways.
Well, it can. I mean, you get one of the things I think this team realizes is it's their makeup. That's what makes them play the best, is that intensity. It doesn't work for other players. You look at a Kevin Cooey, he'd have a poor shooting percentage if you ever saw him this intense out in the ice. It's just understanding what works for you.
DJ! T, top 4.
Line's good.
Room, still. Just for weight.
Room.
Just for weight. You know where. Whoa. Room.
Just past it.
Sit.
Shot, right?
And it just will. T-line. Edge of the button.
Shot.
But at the moment, Northern Ontario is sitting 2.
What's that?
You want to see inside the middle of the or edge of the 8?
Like the outer?
Yeah, that's close. It's close.
This is going to be the same speed as draw to the button.
I think so.
Slight opportunity here because that's not quite buried. You can get your rock, the red one, partly buried, frozen on the angle here.
Don't hate the run, I guess. Make this.
The run's
good.
just a force.
I like
for
this
sure.
stuff.
Make this good. We've got some options, even if he freezes.
Yeah.
That's a good point
What do you
by
think?
Brent.
Same
It's
as
either
I think that's what we have to gas.
the run's a force because of that yellow one on the left edge side, so this is the opportunity to possibly get your deuce.
I think so.
Line's good.
Weight's good. Weight's good.
T-line.
I think so.
Line's good.
I think so. I think so. I think so. Gotta
We're
go.
really close.
Oh, then line's
Yeah,
good.
weight's good.
Line's good.
Line's perfect.
Line's good still.
How are we doing?
Gotta go. Well, weight's good. Weight's good. Weight's good. Weight's
Fairly
good.
thick,
Close.
Mark.
Brent. Still Brent. Gotta be shot. Yep.
We're there. We're there. We're there. We're there.
Well, they're there
whoa.
for
Yep,
sure.
yep, yep.
Now, is it shot? That's the question. And it looks like they are by that much. Just look at the back of the stone towards the outside of the ring.
I don't know. I think so.
And it looks like you see more red behind
Got that for 2.
the
All day.
Can't play
Alberta
this.
stone than you do behind the
Run
yellow
that.
Northern Ontario stone.
Well, how does he run it for 3? Like you're saying, he makes the double, like the yellow. For the yellows there, he doubles those yellows.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I guess what I know what you're saying.
I think
Now-
we got to freeze anyway. Well, that gives him the draw, right?
Then that gives him the draw. I mean, leave him that. The only other thing is that there, right now,
What?
the run into half of that and across.
I don't think so.
I think that's there for sure.
What's that?
I think that double is there naturally. I think if you run that,
Yeah,
although
yeah.
that might be spinning. Okay, so let's make a call here. We can't leave him the draw, right? If we guard the draw, we just plug the hole,
Leave him that for 2.
leave him that.
I think so. You think he's playing this? This has got to be spinning.
That's
if
what
he
I'm
makes
thinking
it.
too.
Leaving Kevin, taking away the easier shot, in their opinion, the draw to the button, and leaving him the in-off.
Where though?
Are you a little surprised, Russ, that
So we want to be tight. Tight guard.
a little surprised that Jacobs has walked away from that run back?
Well, because it's red. I think if you run that back and hit it wrong, you might take that side yellow out and it's a free draw for 3.
Okay.
I think if it was yellow, you might take a go at it. It's a good call, too, as you say, Cheryl. It shrinks that scoring area.
So they don't want to necessarily be down in corner frozen. They just want him to go out wider, do they?
Yeah, they're just taking away the draw path, leaving him, in their opinion, the tougher shot.
Hard line, Pete. Gotta go line. Gotta go
Brian
line.
Harnden.
Gotta go
Make a
line.
number, Curl.
Hard.
E.J. Harnden, the Brush brothers.
Not
Okay,
doing
okay,
anything
okay.
unless it's
Higher
stopped.
better now.
No. Stir on the lid. Okay, this is going right through the frostiest spot in the sheet.
What do you think of
See
that? Same weight, I think we're good.
Well, I had you here, so I think there makes it.
Well, here in this first, we already hear Brent Lang talking about frost.
Yeah, there'd be a little bit there, but I don't think there's any problem right now. They looked at this, but the problem with that, because this is
Gotta get
cute,
same
that would
speed.
spin and would just go right out of the ring. So it would be an incredibly hard shot. Little bit of risk for only 2, so you might as well play the easy one with no risk.
Same weight you just threw, Kev. No less.
The guard kind of over curled on Northern Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
With the amount of curl they've got, they can get to the button fairly easy.
Got to come through that staggered hole. Final stone, Alberta.
Not less. No, we're good.
They are sitting
Line only.
one.
Line only. Line's
Top
good.
of the
Weight's
button.
good. We're there. We're there.
Ebert says we're just fine.
Line's good. Hey, weight's
Nothing yet
low.
from him or Lang.
Line's perfect.
Now a little dust.
Heavy on the clock.
Watch the stagger.
Heavy
There's
on the
by
watch.
1. There's
Heavy
by
on the
2.
watch.
And all the way.
Oh.
And on its own. And it is a
Attaboy,
honey.
Kev. Beauty.
Absolute beauty.
Good sweeping Langer.
Taking just another look around those around the edge. Just to make sure. Now they'll kick them away. Alberta opens with 2.
Two red.
The 2016 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years. By World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. And by Scotties Sponge Towels Purex and Cashmere, proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Let's begin our updates on this Tuesday night of Draw 10, and we'll drop in on Quebec 2-3 against Ontario 3-3. Jean-Michel Menard, and he is sitting the shot stone on the lid, but has to, looks like, how do you get around that wall of yellow?
Well, you do have to go to the outside, no question about it, and hope it makes that warp in. Glenn Howard moved a lot of granite, but did leave that shot stone there, and so needs to grab a bite of the forefoot for the 2.
Eric Sylvain, Philippe Menard, Martin Crete calling line. Oh, that little rub. A rub, and he still catches a piece for 2. Ontario coming off that loss earlier today to the Northwest Territories. It was a crucial loss, too, when you look at the standings. A second loss for Alberta earlier today to Newfoundland Labrador. So if you're looking for a positive to start things, this is a great way to do it. Final rock for Kevin Cooey.
Not less. No, we're good.
Pretty impressive. You know, they made the choice here to go for the deuce and ends up scoring a skip's deuce on a perfect freeze on the first and then the draw to the pin on the last.
For the 2 in the first, and the key shot is brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like Cashmere. As we welcome you back to the arena here at TD Place, the 87th edition Canadian Men's Curling Championship. And we go to 2, and it will be Northern Ontario that has the last rock. They have the hammer playing the yellow stones.
A pretty standard start here for Alberta with that brilliant skip's deuce. Top of the button, corner guard went up for Northern Ont. Top 8 for Alberta to protect that shot rock, and then Northern Ontario went right around that corner guard perfectly. So Kevin Cooey had his front end peel that off.
Line. Real tight.
You're right.
Might be in.
Uh-oh.
Is it in?
In's not the word they're
No,
looking for.
It's tight. It's coming down. It's still really tight, though.
And when it's tight like this, they tend to overcurl because they've got that much more time to curl.
And that's what's happening.
Doesn't take much, eh?
Yeah.
No, hardly at all.
2/3.
Surprised it's still early enough. I thought that would come down out there.
Right.
Yeah, I even think you can throw a board if you
Here.
want.
I think, how about board?
So many curlers worry about hitting the broom on those type of shots. It's all about the speed. You could
Yeah.
throw that off a laser, but if you're 5 feet heavy, it's going to overcurl by foot.
Easy board.
A little wide.
Little easy. Yep.
No. No.
Yep. Hard.
Yep.
Brent Lang.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa!
Close.
No!
Close.
No!
No, Benny. No.
No!
Mark,
no!
yep.
No! No! No!
Now this roll.
Good shot.
And now they're sitting the 3, but without Blast Rock here in the second.
That's a good shot.
So great in the choice of weights. You ever had something happen on that one, and it did overcurl slightly. You can come in even off the top guard that they just overthrew. So great weight selection.
Wow, it was almost really good.
Whoa! 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 Fry! Fry!
EJ Harnden, bang, bang. And that shooter won't stop, but he'll spill 2.
He overcooked that there.
Have to stick that.
Ryan got right in there with his muscles and straightened it out a little bit too much. That's what this Northern Ontario team's going to have to protect against is those emotions. EJ was pretty furious that they overbrushed that. It's not like they did it on purpose.
Team Canada, Manitoba blanked the first. Team Canada with Last Rock, and Saskatchewan has the hammer against New Brunswick after a blank in 1.
I like this, guys. We just saw it.
Fine.
You can roll into ours.
Pretty easy.
You can throw a little more weight if you want.
Good board.
This is one of the things Mark talked about this year that they discussed over the summer was letting Kevin call the game and trying to pick their spots of when they really jumped in on strategy discussions, letting him be the leader out there.
Whoa! Whoa, no!
Never you, Benny.
Yeah. Touch it.
Okay, fine. Nothing.
Good shot.
We're hoping to maybe touch their own and let it spill to the back.
Yeah, just sweet pass.
I don't mind that. I like this.
Why don't we throw the out?
That, that's fine.
It's curling nice there, too.
It's all right.
Rub.
All pretty good, guys.
Back 4 is good. Rub. Lots of line.
Ryan Fry.
Lots of line.
Right, yep.
Stay close. EJ, yep.
EJ!
Line's good, yep.
Hardy!
Line's good,
Trying
yep.
to hold this line now as it starts to
Line's
dive.
good. Line's good.
Try to get that by that stone top edge.
Okay, whoa, no.
And around they go, and to the back of the 8 to sit for shot rock.
I got a quarter. Like this.
Okay.
Now, we talked earlier about what Kathy was saying about the fat pebble to help prevent frost. Does pebble size affect the curl of a stone?
Whoa.
Yes, it can. It really can, Vic. What happens with the bigger the pebble, the bigger the droplet, the more it flattens out. So it's a smoother top to it, so which would give you quicker first end speed. And it should last longer because it's so big. If you get too small a water droplet, it's crisp and the rocks go over it and just crush it.
Because I'm just looking at that stone, the way it finished coming around a rock in the top of the 12, and thinking that maybe the pebble may have helped it go. Manitoba Team Canada as they play in 2 after the blank in 1. Pat Simmons and the team coming off a nice win earlier today against BC 8-4.
And a really good shot by BJ Neufeld earlier in this end really set it up for Manitoba. Pat tried a very flat double on his first stone, got one. The other one hung on as a biter, and Mike McEwen able to get in for 2. So this is the draw, Vic, against 2. Needs a bite of the 4.
Now the shot stone is top 8. There's one hanging on the edge, and this is everybody trying to carry this now. Boy, they may not even get it there for second.
What happened to that?
Wow, they just get it there. It'll be a steal of 1. Manitoba.
Yeah, not right away it wasn't, though. Oh, the only thing
Discussing what happened to that stone.
Okay, back 8, back 12. More.
You can't come to it.
Right off right now, I think. Got lots of line.
Trying desperately to freeze to a rock that's almost the width of a rock out of the rings. The only choice they have.
Line's good. Line's perfect. Over curling.
No, it's not over curling. Yep. Drop, Brad.
Good sweep, guys.
Turn.
Mentioned you keep an eye on the other team's scores as well as your own. And if you're Saskatchewan coming in at 3 losses or New Brunswick at 4, this time of the week to suffer one more is a lot. Final stone, Saskatchewan against New Brunswick in the second.
Well, a chance for 2. Mike Kennedy did not roll under. Oh boy, only 1.
For Steve Laycock out of the Newtown, Saskatoon, unforced errors, giveaways. That was a gift.
Yep. There's no jam. The jam's out of the house. Throw, Kev. Fry said before the freeze, you can't come to him.
Oh, it looks like it was just going to curl. You could not if you dead nose it. If you dead nose it, jams.
If it rolls into the,
yeah.
It would have to roll to the center line.
It'd be nice to see something with like a hack.
Yeah, let's try this into.
Like an inside out or something.
Well, yeah, we could. I just don't think we'll get into too many inside-out shots. Okay. Most likely. Fry a little. No, let's go 4-foot line. Yeah.
See what it does.
Yeah, I'll give you like.
It's a free opportunity to get a read here, and then there's no use throwing a missile down here, just so that controlled speed, get a feel for how much it's going to break.
Now they did talk, Cheryl, about maybe going inside out. And then you heard Brad say, well, I don't think we're going to be playing a lot of those shots. Do you agree?
Yeah, well, that's everybody goes to the 4-foot, and especially these 2 teams. So great awareness.
And so through it goes. A blank in 2. Alberta leads. The last rock belongs to Northern Ontario. 44 curlers started the week with a chance to drive away in an all-new 2016 EcoBoost Ford Edge Sport in the annual Ford Hot Shots competition. That number cut down to just 2. The final, Manitoba's Denny Neufeld against Newfoundland Labrador's Brad Gushue. And Gushue had a battle on his hands, but came up big when it counted most, including a big 5 on the hit and roll. The skip would come out on top. Brad Gushue wins the Ford Hot Shots and a 2-year lease on a 2016 Ford Edge Sport. It's draw 10 on a Tuesday night here at the Tim Hortons Brier, Alberta. And Northern Ontario, our featured game. Alberta comes in at 4-2. Northern Ontario on top of the standings, 5 straight wins, but Alberta opened with a couple on a wonderful last draw to grab the button. Second was blanked. So now here we are in the third, once again, Northern Ontario. And the team from the Community First Curling Center in Sault Ste. Marie will have the last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Yellowstones. And their lead is Ryan Harney.
Line looks good. Clean it. Like a lot. Fry.
Back team.
Okay, Fry. Whoa.
Oh,
Lots
of line.
Line's
Where
good.
is it?
Line's good.
Back team. Back team. Back
Okay,
8.
okay.
Line's great.
Back 12.
EJ.
Let me know when.
Yeah,
Back
Line's
12.
good.
Back 8.
Really
Go
good
ahead,
line.
go ahead. Yep. Okay. Good.
Good, but not great. It's deep.
You want to roll this in?
Benny.
Sure.
I
Same
think
thing.
part of the
good
problem
board.
was their corner was deep too. So then they're trying to get separation.
True.
They just a little too tight in the corners. I know there's a lot of curl, and you try and get the corners a little tighter because of that, but makes the in off. They can get on to the rings with this shot.
No heavy.
Not yet.
No, Benny.
No, Benny. It's close.
Clean, Mark. Oh,
Whoa. Benny.
Benny. Hard.
No pocket there.
No
Move it.
Good shot.
Again, just that perfect weight. You get 2 shots out of 1.
Gotta hit something. You had a corner freeze on the one. He threw right there. I guess you can't do that. Yeah.
With no guards, you need to manufacture something now. I don't think you have to hit, but I like this by the skipper to tap it back a bit. You tap it straight back, maybe
Back
back
8, back
4.
12.
How do you remove the yellow?
Want me inside?
What?
Want me inside?
Yeah. Do you think it's going to curl that much? Yeah. Okay.
Back 12. Clean. Clean.
No, 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 no,
clean.
no, no, no,
Back
no.
clean.
No, Ryan,
Whoa,
no.
whoa. Clean.
No.
Clean. Clean. Whoa.
No.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Fry, go.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Hard fry.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Whoa. Shot.
Good.
Sweet.
That's bumped exactly like that, but about 3 feet lighter.
It's like hitting it a hair low.
Tough to get that yellow one out.
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
How do you do that? You roll right in front of ours.
Kind of weight you like.
Throw the out turn with board.
Cool.
In turn. Mark through that one here, curled a bit with board.
Yours will, but
No, that's right.
Control weight, Langer. Whoa. I think so.
whoa, Mark.
Whoa, Mark. Clean.
No.
Clean, Mark.
Whoa. No, Ben.
No, Benny. Hard Benny. Benny.
Whoa, no.
Whoa, whoa. Roll shooter.
Go. Go, 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 go.
Good shot.
They're so hesitant to get Ben on it because if he does put the broom down, it goes.
Right.
Good job, Brent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost have to yell to Benny 60% on this one, not 100.
Exactly.
Are we 4?
He knows this is not great.
Time to clean up some shrapnel here. Get a little careful. You get that shot rock thin, it might go onto that yellow.
Hair down.
EJ Harnden.
Whoa. Ah. Fry. Whoa. 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 Fry. Whoa. Whoa. Fry. Whoa. Whoa.
Yes, Fry.
Whoa.
Too late.
Hard, Brett.
And they're going to spill it back. They'll get rid of one, spill it to the edge of the 12. But it's still Alberta sitting the 2 around the edge of the 8 without last draw.
There you go. Right on the nose, Mark.
It's interesting how even here
Yeah.
in the third in a game of momentum,
Gonna be playing this back to here.
Northern
Then
Ontario
we
is
got
chasing, trying to get back into it.
They
We'll
are
sit
definitely
3, though.
trying to set up something,
Control.
little tap. I mean, as to
Whatever you
Russ's
like.
point,
Better. Yeah.
on EJ's, you just tap it a foot less than where they did, and you build up a wall there, and this end looks completely different.
Control.
Clean.
Close.
Clean.
It'll come up out here.
Mark Kennedy as we play third stones
Just control. Whoa.
in the third.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Shot, Mark.
Good. I like it.
This is where every time you see it when the Reds are behind the line, they're really detrimental to Alberta. Nothing they can do about it. It was pushed to the back. But you freeze on the corner here, it can jam on the back right-hand red.
Rub. Rub. Rub.
Slide.
Yeah,
Rub
angle's
right
really
now.
important
Little
here.
heavy.
Back 4, back 8.
Ryan
Hold,
Fry.
hold.
Little heavy.
Oh,
Still
Back
bouncy.
8. Back 4.
No.
No bouncy.
No.
Not much
Pete,
handle.
Pete. Yep.
Still
No bouncy.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
still there.
Whoa.
Back
Pete. Pete. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Back 8.
No bouncy.
Okay.
Very good.
That's pretty good.
Pretty nice.
Sweet.
If it touches ours, it might go onto ours.
Quebec opened with 2 in the first. Ontario, Glenn
Fanny
Howard has
Marcus.
responded with a single in the second. They play in the third now.
I think they have to pick this right through the hole.
And clean, yes.
So if it does tick their back red, might redirect it.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yes.
Hebert,
whoa.
late. Bang. And out it goes.
Nice
Out
throw,
of point,
Mark.
Mark. Good shot, bud.
Just every event you see with Mark Kennedy never disappoints. He's just always right there at the top.
You have to play
if you don't make it.
I think he's really enjoying playing third and all that comes with it. He said he was pretty tentative about it at first, but you can tell a couple interviews I saw after Canada Cup how much he's enjoying the position and playing like he does back there.
Room right now.
Yeah, that Canada Cup win, of course, coming before Christmas, giving this team of Cooey that first spot in the curling trials for Korea.
Whoa, Pete, get line.
We're there. We're there.
And there they are.
Beautiful.
And it appears it's close. It appears that they may be the shot. Of course, those trials will be played here in Ottawa in November of 17.
Get line.
We're there.
Well, more than the relief of securing their spot into the trials, it also gives them some breathing room. They get to plan a schedule, maybe take next year a little lighter. They've all got young kids. It's, to go hard all those years leading up to the trials can be exhausting on a team, and you might be able to walk into a trials a lot more refreshed than if you had to chase points for the 2 years leading up to it.
7/8, 3/4 with board?
They cannot get this yellow one out, so they're just going to nose it or hit to the inside. Once they move it back that 1 inch, they'll then sit 2. Maybe more importantly, it'll release this red backing for Kevin's next one.
Easy board.
Whoa. Lean.
Yep.
Whoa, Benny.
Whoa. Yes. Whoa. Heavy hack. Whoa. Break.
Now some Lang licks. Oh, they'll just squeeze it. Actually squish it for a shot stone.
Huh? Is that heavy?
Well, they had to miss it the other way. They could have rolled forever on the left-hand half.
Me too. Make a make shot.
That's my thought.
Airtight. I guess a quarter rock with
like this? Yeah, I love that.
a quarter rock. I think you need about back 12. Back 8.
The other shot is this, I guess, right?
Lay 2.
Well, and it could always jam.
What's that? Well, if we make that, he's playing this. Just stick it, staying right there.
And we get 2.
Yeah, then we're buried in there.
Yeah, then we get 2.
The only other thing is if we roll to like here,
that's bad.
Triple.
He's not playing that. He could go bing, bing, bing and give us a shot for 4.
We could maybe lay 3 right now.
We can.
Yeah.
If we split it, for sure.
I like that, don't you think?
I like it.
The split. Yeah, I like it.
Quarter rock with about back 8. Try to get this here.
What a difference. All that rock had to do is miss narrow somewhere over here, and they would have sat 2, and they overbrushed it. Now you just might see Brad Jacobs do this, and if he's perfect, he's here, and he's here, and he's sitting 3.
What did we say earlier, Cheryl? In this field, 1 shot.
Yep, and when you get an opportunity, pounce on it. That's the biggest thing. They could easily just hit and sit 2, but they're choosing to play the shot that puts a lot more pressure on Alberta.
Okay, back 8.
He's good, Brad.
Brad Jacobs had his first, looking to angle that stone just off center, top edge of the 8, angle it back, and then split the shooter on to possibly sit 3. So EJ Harden takes up the brush, trying to hold that curl. Line being called by Ryan Fry. Angle it back, spill it in, and lovely. 1, 2, and yes, sitting 3.
Amazing. It's one thing to call it, it's another thing to make it.
What?
Perfect weight.
Triple.
It's this here, though, Cheryl. With a bullet and come underneath, get this one, and actually kick it out that way. That's what I see.
Wow. So does Kevin.
Thirds then. Sure. Because you don't want to get into the top of it at all.
Intern. Yeah.
The risk is catching this too thin, going there. Your shooter goes underneath, and then it's a draw for 4.
Whatever you see. Yeah. What turn is that?
In.
It's not too much off. It's only about an inch off center. Should get the backside of that
more.
third one. You don't even attempt as if A, you're not Kevin Cooey, and B, you have the different types of rocks. These are so lively. He might be able to kick across with the throw.
So trying to get himself out of some trouble now. He bang a rush. 1-2 underneath. Kick it up. Oh, goodness gracious.
They burned it there. They burnt the rock.
There was a clash of brooms.
Yeah.
You burnt the rock.
All right there. He touched it.
Yes.
They were fighting over the same space. Brent Lang, Ben Hebert.
They burnt it after the hog line?
Langer touched it.
Yes.
He did.
Yes.
He hit it.
There's nothing to say. You draw for 4.
Benny was
all over me.
Again, you know, directional brushing being what it is.
It was before it hit.
There was no guard.
There was no guard. It was just.
What happened?
It's good. It goes back. Where's it? I don't even know where everything was.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Draw for 4.
Yeah, Kevin, I know, but it does matter.
Brad, do you want to put this stuff back or what? Like,
What a brilliant shot.
Never moved, so draw for 4.
So watch the fight over the space in front of the stone between Lang and Hebert. Who's going to go there? Now, as it comes back, bang, there it is. So now as this comes into play,
I wish they would.
they were sitting the 3. So all they're saying now is bang, they touch. He actually brings the rock. It's Hebert's backstroke that catches Lang's brush and pulls it into the rock.
And the unfortunate part about it is it's just this directional stuff where they're screaming Langer, Ben, Langer, Ben, Langer, Ben, and they got caught. They didn't know who was going to go in because whoever they're yelling needs to be on the inside closest to the rock. And they with that audible, they both kind of went in at the same time, and wow.
Go, Brad.
So it's a draw for 4.
Good.
Instead of a draw against 4.
Room! Lot of room!
Don't sweep it if it's heavy.
Where is it?
Don't want to.
E.J. Ryan, the Harndens, they back right off. You don't want to give them this right back. You got a gift here, and it'll dig in, and Kevin Cooey kicks it away in frustration as Northern Ontario takes advantage of the burned stone, Brent Lang, and they pick up 4. We just saw Northern Ontario put 4 on the board here at the Tim Hortons Brier. Earlier tonight, the Minister of Sport and Persons with Disabilities, the Honourable Carla Qualtrough, along with Curling Canada CEO Catherine Henderson, had their picture taken with Team Canada. The Minister is with Kathy.
Now, Minister, you had the picture with Team Canada, but I know that you're actually from BC, so do you have allegiances out here?
Well, of course. I mean, I have to be neutral when I go to all these different events, but I think I clap a little extra loudly for Team BC.
Now, you have been a history of sports, of course. Is this your first curling experience?
No, I've had the fortune of being at a number of really high-profile curling events dating back to the Salt Lake Olympics in 2002. I was there in 2010 for the men's game, the women's game, the wheelchair curling game, so I'm very lucky to have seen some great curling in my time.
Now, the Hall of Fame, inductions are tomorrow, the Sport Hall of Fame, and we're very proud. Our Earl Morris, who is the Team Canada coach, is being inducted, and we also have 2 wheelchair curlers being inducted. I know that part of your mandate is persons with disabilities. Why is it important to you that wheelchair athletes are recognized at the same time as able-bodied athletes?
Well, I think good sport is good sport, right? And if we're going to have a commitment as a government to equity and equality, we got to do that across the board. And nobody can deny that the excellence of our wheelchair curlers is equal to our Olympic curlers. And I think that leaders like Curling Canada in the equity in sport field really makes a difference for young kids, especially kids with disability, you know, who look to these athletes as their role models and think, wow, I can do this too. You know, my disability will not define me. It will not stop me from pursuing excellence and pursuing a dream.
We talk about, you know, the involvement in sport, and you have a great history in sport. You have been to 2 Paralympics, and you come home with medals. You have 4 world medals. These men out here are playing for the opportunity to wear a maple leaf on your back. What was it like for you?
It's the greatest honor you can have as an athlete, and quite frankly, I'd say as a Canadian. There's nothing more exciting than standing on the podium, wearing the maple leaf, looking up at your flag coming down. It's a true honor, and it's an honor not just because of what it means to be a Canadian, but what it means to others to be a Canadian, and you carry that pride with you.
Thank you very much, and it is very exciting for us to have a Minister of Sport who also is an athlete.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm very excited by this opportunity.
Here you go. Good shots.
Thanks to the Minister for joining us this evening here on this Tuesday night at the Tim Hortons Brier in Ottawa. So 4 on the board for Northern Ontario in the 3rd, taking advantage of that burn stone by Brent Lang. And so here we go. I'm playing on in the 4th. And it is Alberta that once again has the last rock. They have the hammer playing the red stones.
Well, Alberta's pretty happy they had the 2 points on the board when that happened, and this is where you draw on your experience and your competitive experience over the years, how many times you've bounced back from situations like that. You can see none of them seem to be very rattled about the situation and just plan to get their deuce and move on.
You're getting there. Keep her going.
Open, not you.
Keep her going. Good. Keep her going. Good, good. Whoa.
Good sweeping, Mark. Got a boy.
Nice sweep, Mark. Going after it.
I think so.
Checking in on Quebec and Ontario, and it appears that the Ontario, yeah, they're sitting the shot stone. I don't know if you can sit this. It'd be really tough for the to see who is second shot. Quebec got 2 in the 1st. Glenn Howard 1 in the 2nd. Final rock now, Jean-Michel Menard from Lévis by the guard. And they'll sit there, have a look around the edge, and it is just the 1 for Quebec. And they'll lead at 3-1 going to 4.
That's a good shot, Mark. Yeah.
Nose double? Is that any good?
Yeah, it is, Mark.
It's close to touching
Like
ours.
this.
If it's
Yeah,
thick on the second
You
one.
got to be a hair high, probably.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
I don't think you need to whip it. What do you think? Here up?
Normal's fine, sure.
Okay.
It should go underneath, yellow, and miss that red one on the way by.
Or you do this.
Okay.
I don't mind that, guys.
I like that.
The only thing is, okay.
Kind of wait.
I mean, he's going to hit this one and lie too.
Might as well, whatever weight looks best for you.
Board.
Here. Good board. Good board.
Just keep
Let's
your
roll
ears
it, Barry,
open in
Mark.
case
Yeah.
it's over.
We said earlier that Mark Kennedy, with the addition of John Dunn out of the University of Alberta, who had and has been working with Kevin Cooley for a number of years as their sports psychologist. Kennedy said that they are better able to handle the ups and downs of not only the tournament, but of a game. So this is where he would come in, I would think, Cheryl, with some kind of words or phrases to say, look, That's a bad break to give up that 4, but it's still early and just let's chip away.
Well, for sure he will have something to say, and I think that's the great thing about the game is you've got the time to recover, and it's what you do mentally with the time after an end like that. And, you know, these guys have worked on a lot of their mental resilience, and so not going to be an issue for them to recover that way. Just focus on your 2 shots you got ahead of you and try to get back in the game. And I think the biggest thing for Kevin is you don't need to risk it all. You just need a deuce. Even to get forced is not the worst situation. Just can't give up any points.
Brian Fry.
Easy, clean. Whoa, whoa, clean up. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, Ben Hebert said they're going to go after this one. And now trying to roll it over and lay it on the corner. And they are lovely sitting in front, and they're sitting 2.
Great shot.
Just, you know what? There again, there's the growth of a team, Russ. The addition of Fry, obviously, that helps.
That doesn't go out if you freeze it.
They were such an upweight team. Now they upweight team, yes, but with some finesse.
A lot of finesse. That was a tough shot. They hadn't played the spot either. Throw the sack right speed and roll that on the corner. A real team shot.
Top button. Hit a room. Hit a room.
You have to go.
Wait only. Wait only, Brett.
You really got to go.
Dropping in here on the game between New Brunswick and Saskatchewan, and Saskatchewan is sitting 1 at the back edge of the 4-foot. Saskatchewan opened with a blank. They had the last rock, scored 1 in the second. And New Brunswick and Mike Kennedy from Grand Falls got a deuce in 3. So a chance here for Saskatchewan and Steve Laycock out of the Nutana in Saskatoon to get 2 right back. He's got to come through the hole.
14-5. Should be okay, I think. Clean it. Good shot, boys.
And 2 it is to take the lead.
This wasn't a ton of release there, right? Yeah.
Mark Kennedy got caught a little bit on a spot. I don't know if it was a new spot or he really underthrew it, but coming up quite light.
Manitoba and Team Canada, big game for both these teams as they're both at 2 losses. And shot rock is that Manitoba stone at the back edge of the button. Second shot belongs to Team Canada, Pat Simmons. Team Canada opened with the blank. Manitoba stole the 1 in the second, another blank in 3. And so now it's Simmons and the defending champions with a chance to get a deuce. But they're going to have to maybe get a little close to the center guard coming up, Nolan Thiessen, on the brush.
Make sure it's out. Make sure it's out. Looks light.
Make sure it's out. And you got to push it back. That'll get them 2, and that will get them the lead.
What do you like?
Well, you're either playing a double to score or you're bumping this. I actually don't even know if anything in there is good. If he knows and make the double, he has to roll in. Or is he drawing?
I don't. Well, not if we're shot.
Actually, he can just hit it. We wouldn't have a deuce anyway.
I know, but that's probably the easiest way we score.
Unless you think we can do this.
No. I don't think so, Mark.
What if you freeze low?
I have better chances of hitting this real hard just off nose and rolling this way.
Okay, 2. Sure.
Make sure we get the double.
Half of the foot would be for 2. Can't guard them both.
Middle of the rock.
Boy,
I can make it a sliver high.
It's tough to make that double and roll buried.
The weight you'd have to throw.
Kevin Cooey in his first.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, Ben!
Yep! Whoa! Yep! Yes! Roll it!
Shooter!
Roll it!
Shooter! Go, 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 go!
Oh, he jammed it, and look where that rolls.
Yeah, I didn't see that happening, sir. You had to jam it to roll where you wanted to.
A little aggressive.
Good shot.
It's behind the cover, and it's just back of the tee line.
They get a little trickier.
Look at this. I mean, they just play follow the leader. Now there's the 2 corners, and shot rock belongs to Northern Ontario covered.
The only bonus with it is it kind of opened up the center for Alberta.
Mm-hmm.
Still have a path to score.
Behind T, right?
Behind T, yeah. That's like back four is weight is perfect.
Yeah, speed's good.
No question of focus when you look at Brad Jacobs.
Little soft, boys. Little soft.
Line's good.
Back four. Back four. It's all you. Line's
That
perfect.
time of the round robin, that time of the week, when
Back
you get a
four.
little tired.
It's all you. Line's perfect.
All of us.
Here's fine, boys.
Even past the other one.
Yeah, here's fine.
Oh,
good sweep, boys.
Shot, Brad.
Good sweep, guys.
Real good spot.
Nice shot,
I
T.
did a lot better. Like
You leave it high, you leave a double.
Exactly. And obviously a foot farther wouldn't have been good either.
two.
It's really close. Mark was light.
No.
Eh?
It's no quicker.
It's
no,
no quicker.
No,
No.
it's same, Kev.
So final stone is a draw against two. Early strokes from Brent Lang. Now he'll pick it up again. And he needs almost a bite of the four. He needs almost a bite of the four.
Over there.
And now they'll back off. Very nice to get the one. Northern Ontario continues to lead. They'll also have last rock when we come back. Angle it back, move the red far enough. Yes, you got him. Count him up.
Red! Red!
Oh, and look at where this goes. Oh! Wow, I don't know if they expected that.
Nice shot. Both go. Avoids the jam. Look at the action on that stone.
Whoa!
The always exciting in-off. Bang the red. Move it in. Fill it up. Move the red enough. What a shot from Kevin Cooey.
We have seen some wonderful shot making. Reminder, tomorrow, draw 11. 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Brad Gushue at 5-1 against Pat Simmons. Right now at 4-2 coming into this. Kathy and Brian will be with you tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, as our coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier continues. Going at 4. That's the big number right now, as the Northern Ontario team took advantage of that to burn stone, lay down that 4 spot, and now they will have the last rock. They have the hammer again, up by 1 as we play here in 5.
Sure, whatever you like, Brad. Back
So
12.
guard goes up, around goes Northern Ontario, then they put on the longer guard, Alberta.
All out offense. There's enough room here by the long high guard that they can actually get the tight guard.
And that's the one you're worried about, isn't it? The long one's not going to hurt Northern Ontario as this end goes along, but this short one will.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Go ahead. Try.
Roll the shooter in.
Whoa.
Shot right.
Very, very nice.
Well, they've got that down. They played the split earlier. Standings coming in. Northern Ontario, the only undefeated team. As I mentioned, some teams are saying it's a race to 7. If you can get to 7 wins, that'll get you into something. And then, of course, with that win earlier today, Jamie Cooey, we have no winless teams at this year's Tim Hortons Brier. But it's early to be down at 3 losses and 4. We still have 2 and a quarter days of round robin left. 7 draws.
Shot. Pull it back over there.
You like just nosing that?
2 and a third, I guess, pardon me.
No, I think we need to feel.
Math wasn't my strong suit.
Control? Yeah.
Control, clean, 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 whoa, clean, yep, whoa, 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 clean, clean, right. Clean,
E.J. Harnden.
Whoa, clean, right. Clean it, Pete, clean it. Clean.
Shot.
Same way, forward.
Quebec on Ontario, and I mentioned a big game for both these teams at 3 losses so quickly, so soon in round robin. Final rock on the way for the team from Toronto and the St. George's Golf and Country Club Glen Howard.
And a chance for 2 in this end, Vic. You know, the real big difference on this was that Jean-Michel Manal was trying to play a come-around freeze and came short, and that really allowed Ontario to split the house and lie 2.
And there it is for the deuce, and they are all even going to 5.
No, I don't like.
Another peel, play the double. What?
Why don't we just draw? Or just draw? I don't think that, Brad, that top guard's not hurting it.
Just draw. But he can put one around it, and then he's got a guard, right?
True.
I like the peel. Okay.
Straight peel then, right? Okay. I don't like peeling in.
Brent just overrolled on his, allows us peel.
Right.
Clean.
No, again, I'm thinking here scoreboard management. You're looking, if you're Northern Ontario, you're up by 1. You've got last rock. Really, you've got control.
Right, and that was a really smart move by Brad. They were saying, well, let's just sit 2, and he's saying because the guard's so long, and Brad said, no, wait a minute. They can come around and make a better guard. We peel a long one. Now they've got a good guard to go around, and it's all about the scoreboard.
Mark. Real hard.
Mark Kennedy.
Whoa,
Ben.
Whoa. Stay with it, Brent. Whoa.
Brain.
Hard, Brent. Hard.
Ooh, that's close.
Sorry, Mark. You're that good.
Almost perfect.
We're just waiting too long on the broom. It's not.
Keep it solid.
Well, you know something? Waiting a little bit too long on the broom would suggest to me they can't get there in time, or they're not getting quickly enough. I would be a little gun shy now.
Yeah, a little bit. I think they were talking that Kevin Cooey himself wasn't calling, but I agree. I think they're also a little hesitant to jump on it after a 4-ender.
Never off.
How much weight we throwing?
Supposed to be solid.
Oh,
Sorry, down? That was like down control.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You could split it. This is probably
Really tough split. Just come around. It's a tough split.
T-line.
Be really great for Alberta to force Northern Ontario this end. So coming around probably gives them an opportunity. The split's really tough. You ever miss it.
Much easier shot to come around, isn't it? It does the same thing.
Should be room. A lot of room.
Wait, sir.
Where are we?
Wait's good. T-line, back T.
Well, then back 8. Wait as long as you can, Benny.
Oh, we're heavy.
Back 8 is too much.
We're heavy. Make room for 2 at least.
Better.
You gotta bury it. You gotta bury it.
And freeze. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay.
Let's go, right?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, clean. Whoa, 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 whoa. Clean, whoa. EJ, yes. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Rolling, each side.
Trying to roll it
Once
underneath.
started,
Just
there's no stopping it.
went the other way.
Yeah, they didn't want to leave it there. They were really trying to roll away.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
T-line. Hack or what?
Just enough to tap it through.
That looks like tap it out ice.
Yeah, that's what he's playing. Pick and roll.
Could look at the
Give me
freeze
a
here,
little
but the
wiggle
risk
low.
with the freeze, if you're ever not on the right angle, you really can't afford to give up a deuce here.
I like that.
He's the same here.
The way that moved at the end, easily get the inside roll.
It looks like they could.
Easy.
Oh, we're good. We got lots of weight.
Easy hack.
Plenty of weight.
Haven't been here in a while. Team Canada with a 2-1 lead over Manitoba. Mike McEwen out of Winnipeg. Pat Simmons, the defending champions from Calgary. A little bit closed with that blank in 1. Then the steal of 1 by Manitoba, blank in 3, and then that 2 spot put on the board by Team Canada. Final stone on the way now for Mike McEwen. See that both teams are at 2 losses. 1 come on over, and not quite. Needed to bump that back, and they spins too far, and it is going to be a steal of 1 for Team Canada.
Both of my freezes.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. He's fully sunk and just play the freeze, I guess.
Yeah, if he's to the T line or.
Heavy right now, I think. Heavy right now, I think.
Well then.
Room off.
Line's good.
Just slide. Close.
Whoa.
Still just slide.
You can wait as long as you want.
Room.
Line's perfect.
Wade's real close.
Whoa. Just here if you can.
Line's good. Line's great.
Yep. It's over, Curly. Hard.
Easy. Clean. Yep.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Shot, Brad.
Really nice weight.
Just perfect.
Can't be deep on that. It gives them the pretty easy freeze.
We gotta be careful.
So much finish going to the wings.
Sir, ever, but it's not slow either.
No. Some good speed.
With that, he can just
Well,
nose it.
Kev thinking a nose run back might be easier.
Close to being able to roll this in.
Nose
But
it, right?
Well, that's what you said, though. A nose hit
Dead
makes
buried.
it.
If you're on any of it, you can't nose
with
it.
it, it's probably rolling. But I guess if I nut it, doesn't matter if we save that, right?
That's a good point.
If I ever curl a hair and maybe roll it in.
Maybe.
But yeah, you're
I
right.
think you're
I
aiming-
could make something real good. And
And he still has it. Like, I think you're aiming for right on the nose, and you don't have to whip it if you don't want to, but
I like firm,
Okay.
middle of the rock. Try and plant it.
Dead on the nose would be perfect. It would slide that yellow by the red. But
New Brunswick has picked up 1 in 5, and so they'll go to the break with Saskatchewan in a 3-3 tie.
Sure.
yeah, sure.
zero ice.
Kevin Cooey,
Just firm. Whoa. Yep.
Whoa,
Whoa.
no.
his last here in 5.
Yes,
Now run it back. Oh, and he'll pick it off the face. And he'll leave himself covered.
Oh, they just lost it the last second.
Yeah, maybe not. And from that angle, it looked like it was, but from this angle, you can see they can 3/4 of the stone. But I was going to ask you,
Good throw, Kev.
if that's curling to the wings like that, as we saw previously, that would have seemed to me that there is no frost. It may look like there's frost out there, but there isn't because they're getting the curl. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah.
So now going out this wide, is it an honest path? Is it a true path?
No, at this point in the game, it's absolutely fine, and especially at the speed this will be humming at. I don't think there's any guesswork here at all. But it is half underneath cover here. You can't be too cute on that guard. You'd even feather the guard in if you got unlucky.
Whoa! Run! Run! Clean! Hard! Clean!
To put a blank on the board here in 5. Midway through, Northern Ontario leads it, looking to win 6 straight.
The 2016 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
Northern Ontario leads 4-3, and all their points coming in that third after the Burnstone, the clash of brushes between Brent Lang and Ben Hebert. Northern Ontario skip Brad Jacobs is with Kathy.
Brad, with the incident in 3, are you surprised we don't see more of that given the speeds that you're throwing them at and the whole one-sweeper on and off?
Well, it's happened to us quite a few times. So it can get somewhat confusing sometimes, I think, for the sweepers. Incidents like that, like I said, I think they happen a little bit more often than normal, but I guess it's just it was a tough situation. You never like to see something like that, and but we're in a national championship, and you take it any way you can get it.
Are you seeing differences with the ice tonight? Dave said he was going to shave it down, put a fatter pebble on to try to keep the frost down, but are you seeing things different?
So I guess that's similar to last night then. It feels pretty good to us. It feels similar to this morning, actually. I think it's pretty good right now, actually. The speed's a lot better than last night. If it's similar to last night, I think it's a little bit better right now, so it's quite manageable, and I think everyone's making a lot of shots.
Thanks, Brad.
Okay, thanks, Kathy.
As we check the numbers after 5 and we go inside a little bit, it's advantage Northern Ontario overall team percentage. But Mark Kennedy, 75%. Kevin Cooey, 78%. For Northern Ontario, a couple of 100% in there. EJ Harnden at the second stone and Brad Jacobs also 100%. They lead 4-3. The numbers after 5 are brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner of Curling Canada for over 20 years.
The 2016 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. And by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years.
We keep our eye on things so you can watch it all at home. Our coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier continues from the arena at TD Place here in Ottawa. And on this Tuesday night, our feature is Alberta against Northern Ontario. Northern Ontario comes in with their 5 straight wins. They're the only undefeated team. Alberta slipping to 2 losses earlier today, dropping the game to Newfoundland and Labrador and Pat Gouju. The blank in 5 means that it once again will be Northern Ontario that has last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones and leading by 1.
Right here, kind of just bite the center. It's all the way there.
Going to see the exact same attempt to set up the long guard and the tight guard.
Shot, Manny.
Good shot.
Good sweeping.
Good shot.
Line looks good. Where is it, guys? Line looks good. Fry. Fry, yep. Whoa. Where is it? Still fry. It's good. Fry, yep. Yep, fry hard. Hard, guys.
Over curling a bit.
Sideways hard. Whoa. EJ. Let it curl.
No, that's good. That's good.
I don't know if there's a spot there because that's the same spot that Kevin Cooey, they thought his picked and it really over-curled on his draw.
True.
Mark Kennedy came up short there. Caught them by surprise.
Maybe try and move this one a hair.
Sure.
T-line. Head back 4. Back 4.
Speed's the same.
Thanks so, Langer.
It's no quicker though.
Weight's good.
Back four. T-line.
Whoa.
Back
Wait,
four.
wait. Where are we?
Back four.
Clean. Get ready, Mark. Yep.
Hard. Hard, Mark.
Hard, hard.
Benny.
Oh, no, no, not you, Benny.
Shot.
Oh, very nice.
But there again.
That's a beauty.
Not you, Benny.
Yeah, it's tough.
Gee whiz.
Good shot, Brent.
I don't want to jam that. I think just the one, eh?
Yeah.
Stay
on the
inside.
Yep. Clean.
You're good.
Just clean.
Clean, Brent.
Northern Ontario is starting to open up the middle.
Straight guard on our guard.
Okay.
Extremely aggressive play here for Alberta. They are one down without, but that's not a time to panic here. I'm going to throw another guard. Leave Northern Ontario sitting two.
Wait if you can. Wait if you can.
They do have a really nice raise set up, though, with that freeze.
I don't think you need to do that yet.
Keep going, Benny. Keep
And
going.
Hebert
Keep going. Don't worry
Keep
about the
going.
weight. Keep going.
Ah, well.
trying to put it back.
Yep, Benny.
Oh, fuck.
And it, not quite their same spot.
Not bad.
Yeah, I do too. I think just straight peel.
They want to make the double peel would be ideal, but where's it going to go? If the red goes into the red, that's not ideal. So
No.
you've got to factor in what are the odds of that happening.
No, I like the end.
Try and catch it thin and hope it goes over the top.
Clean, yep.
EJ Harnden.
Whoa.
Brother Ryan has him. 1-2. Oh, they're going to
Okay,
get
not
their
bad.
own at the back.
Okay.
There's still the shot stone. Center line is open now. They have two corners to work with. One covering the edge of the 4, the other on the edge of the 8.
Yeah.
Well, you
Felt
threw
like I
that
threw it
pretty
really
close, yeah.
That's chase,
Right there. I think I like that, actually. Then he doesn't have the double peel. I think I like that, Kev. If he throws center, he just throws a double peel, eh?
T-line.
Smart, very
Gotta be
smart.
T-line.
Most people would just guard that.
Coming right in.
Yeah. The peeling is so easy with the these type of stones that they. Ben had a great point. You throw the center guard, off goes both guards, and then it gives Brad Jacobs a draw path on the outturn side.
I got pretty good weight.
Really close.
Wait only.
Weight's good.
Might be a little heavy.
Remarkable career for this 34-year-old from
Back 4.
St. Albert.
Back 8.
Two Brier wins with Kevin Martin, the World Championship, of course, the Olympic gold medal win.
Okay.
You get the curl. His speed wasn't far off.
What about the guard into that?
You want to have a look?
That's staying right there.
Yeah, it's not
What?
going anywhere. What about just running the guard into that top?
Run the guard, Brad.
Into the top red. Get it going across the face, right? It's pretty dangerous. What? It's pretty dangerous. Yeah.
Hey.
They were talking about actually doing this straight back. If you get that thin enough, you're onto there, and that goes that way, that goes down through there. But there is danger. Just make one of them go away. They should be able to move that other one.
Clean. Whoa.
So thinking now about
Clean.
hitting the top
Clean.
stone
Whoa.
and rolling
Whoa.
over on
Yep.
top.
Whoa. Yep.
We're getting the one
EJ.
higher in the
Oh,
house.
no.
Hard EJ.
That one, and flipping over.
Okay, not bad.
Pretty good as long as you just got one.
Man, again.
What?
We just got to sweep those better.
Yeah, we just got to be a little more precise. Good toss. Just a little more.
This is a team that found, they talked about early in the year, their season, that they found it really difficult, the sweeping, and that it was causing them a lot of confusion. And you even saw it in the skins where they were still having trouble calling. I think it's more hard for the skip because they're actually, instead of just calling for straight line, they're calling for direction.
Exactly.
Makes it so tough to know
Solid board.
who you want on or off.
Well, he said to Brad said to Kathy, they were caught also this season on tour. Clash of brushes.
Oh, hard.
Yeah, burning some
hard,
stones.
Hard, Brent. Go. No roll. Yep. Okay, Mark. Good shot.
Throw, Marcus.
You make this? Can you get them all and roll? I don't know. Yep. Gotta throw it real hard, Fry.
Doesn't this stay right there? I don't like it. I want to take a look at this. That looks like that's staying right there. I don't like that.
I don't know about right there.
That's going, that's not moving. That's going, if anything, it's just going right behind the guard.
Let me see.
Let's run this.
I don't like that. No, I don't know if I like that.
Or soft and try and hang this on.
Man, you don't think that goes?
No,
or at least
no chance. Yep. I think that. Yep. I don't think it goes anywhere.
Which one is he worried about? The middle one?
Yep.
He doesn't think that'll go anywhere.
I think he's thinking that just the angle and it might drag it a bit into the yellow and they won't get rid of it. I don't know, like if you did catch it thin enough, you'd lose it.
Yeah, 3/4.
Okay, so now this is one of those situations, Russ, where the skip wants you to play something.
Right.
You, the thrower, haven't bought in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ryan will be mad if this doesn't come off, but
Clean.
but he
Whoa.
he had his time to discuss it.
Yep. Hard.
And away it goes. So the skipper was right.
Okay, not bad.
To the edge. It is still shot stone. Alberta without last rock.
Well, they're both kind of right. They didn't get it out, but they got it far enough. The really good move was Ryan's rolled with it and stays right on top. So it's a very short run back.
He's got us every which way.
Unless you're.
Does he have room to come off the inside of this?
I think so.
What has he got here?
Lots of room. He's got lots of room, Kev.
Beautiful roll.
Any ideas?
Right there.
He's got us every way.
It's got to be somewhere.
Give him credit. He's thinking smile about it. But explain that, because if I'm looking at this, when he says he's got us every way, Russ, show us what he means by
anywhere else over
everywhere.
Where he can't get both.
He's actually getting
If,
both of them.
if they, for instance, they're shot rock, Alberta, so they can sit two. But let's say they go here, there will be a double. If they go here, there'll be a raise double. If you go to the open side, way over here, like and bury it, like maybe there, because of this angle there, the yellow goes there, and the shooter kind of rolls in here, and they sit two. So it's really true. They kind of do have them everywhere.
Are you playing to kill it?
It's pretty hard, guys.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking to kill it, Mark, because I think it's.
Really.
But I would just hate to roll to like here.
I like this.
That's not a bad call, guys.
If he makes it perfect, you have a runner. Yeah. If he doesn't, you follow, or I don't know.
Force is
you
pretty
draw
good.
over there, he still plays this hit and roll buried, and then we're drawing to a foot. Yeah, against three.
Not a bad call, Langer.
I don't know.
He's got to roll. Yeah, I guess he can roll anywhere in front of us, right?
Yeah, whatever you like, though, Kev. If you want to draw, and
I don't hate it.
It's either call a timeout or make something. The only other thought, like if you're here, he can't stick the four, but he can certainly get rid of both, can't he?
Yeah, that's.
Cheryl, do you always assume the worst?
You always assume, I think, out here that they're going to make the shot.
Where's the ice?
Yeah, you do. And smart. I mean, if you're starting to call shots based on hoping for misses, that's when you're going to get in trouble. So they expect 100% from the other team, and they're typically getting it this week.
You threw some guards.
Kathy in
here,
a 3-3 tie, New Brunswick, Saskatchewan, and as I look at it, I'm thinking it's New Brunswick sitting the 1. Am I right?
You are right, and you know what? This is one of those games where New Brunswick is just making everything. Mike Kennedy made a great hit and roll in his first, so Steve made the perfect freeze, and Mike came back and made the perfect freeze again. Needs to get right to the face, even to the inside, and this is running.
No chance of touching this over and bringing another stone into play, huh?
Well, not for 2. They're just trying to make contact at this point.
And then a close on him? No. There's no doubt now. New Brunswick will pick up the steal of 1.
Halfway.
Kevin Cooey, his first.
This was Brent Lang's suggestion, and nobody had seen it, just to guard it.
Well, Hebert thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Nice shot, Kev.
Well, and the point was that they would always have that red guard that's closer to the center line, too, if anything bad happens back here to run in.
This is still open if he makes that and gets rid of it. Yeah, okay. I'm just thinking about shrinking your scoring area when he freezes.
Team Canada against Manitoba. 3-1, the defending champions leading, and they are sitting 2. And final stone coming up for Mike McEwen out of Winnipeg after giving up that steal of 1 and 5.
Well, that red stone that you see, that was Mike's first. He was attempting to corner freeze, had not bad weight, but it over curled, and that allowed Pat Simmons to draw to line 2. This is the nose hit for the single.
Clean it. Definitely pass it. Right up.
And there's the single for Manitoba in 6.
Good, close, Ryan.
Brad is the business manager at the Community First Curling Center in Sioux.
Lots of line, right?
Whoa, if you can.
Just for wing.
Got it, curl. Whoa. Throw me in. No,
EJ.
I just don't want it deep.
We're not T line. We're T. We're T.
Line's okay.
We're T.
Behind T.
Whoa. Whoa.
Shot.
Jeez. Tap that a bit.
18 inches lighter. There's an angle onto that red.
No, you just freeze. Not a bad spot, T. It's only like this much open. I think the freeze tap.
I like that. Just keep it a slower
Bump, like if you throw light hack or back ring, you can roll a rock and you're cooked. It's a gimme double. You're looking at a similar line to my draw. I was just heavy.
Yeah. And I thought, where did I give you? I gave you both
And it was
pairs.
probably max,
I mean, if it gets
be
tight,
close.
You were
should be
probably
close
back
if you're in
eights.
turn. Yeah.
Let's lock around. Make him draw the button.
Really careful here when you come down here. If you're just a little hot and you kick into here, by moving that yellow one back, there would then be a red double for a potential 3.
Sliver less. Like that, or is that?
Yeah,
minimal?
no, that's not too much.
That's good.
That's good.
I got a little light. How do you think?
I got good.
I like the same
Always
as
that
that
little
drill.
dangerous tap, second tap of the handle when he releases it.
Line's good. Room
Talk
goes.
to us. Talk to us.
Just.
Looks
Where is it,
good.
guys?
This is really moving.
Good for the
Line's
freeze.
good.
Yeah, we're good.
Go ahead.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yep, line.
Just there.
Hard line.
Hard Brent.
Hard line.
Going to try to hold this line. And did they? And boy, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think yellow shot.
Dusty.
Okay, Fry. I'm thinking edge.
This is
Perfect
This
weight.
is
It
right
just, they got
edge.
caught in
I
the
like it.
curl.
Edge is good.
Spot's pretty tricky.
You can
Looks
see
like
the
I-
handle coming off that a little bit.
T-line. Yeah.
Could have kept it an inch or two higher, but you just don't expect it to finish like that.
Needs full 4, bite of the button for 2 more. Brad Jacobs.
It's there right now, there right now, there right now, there right now.
Said before this
Line
event
5,
began,
T-line.
with this kind of field, whoever
T-line,
wins it
three for T.
deserves it.
Line's good, boys.
He comes in with 5 straight
Line
wins.
only.
Right to the button.
The Brush brothers go back right off, all on its own now.
Shot, Brad.
And look at that, just grind to a halt to cover the pin. Looks like that slide
really quick
surface is getting dulled up a little bit. 6-3 Northern Ontario.
If he leaves a shot here, we can play the split.
You think that's there?
Split?
So into that one to get rid of it?
No, we'll just split it till I shot.
Yeah! Hard, hard, hard! Hard! Go each! Hard on that! Right, go, go, go!
Great shot. Oh, boy.
Is there a triple?
What? Might. What are you going to do?
I know.
Oh, touched it.
I burnt it.
It's a sweeping. It's a sweeping.
Oh, it's totally different. Yeah. No, Benny and I ran into each other.
Exactly. And that, in fact, may be the most asked question. If this result stays the way it is, Northern Ontario leading 6-3 over Alberta, as we welcome you back on this Tuesday night. It's draw 10, Tim Hortons Brier. That burned stone that led to that 4 spot in the 3rd for Northern Ontario. They've added 2 more in 6. So here in the 7th, it's Alberta with Latchrock playing the Redstones.
Oh, line will be good if you're back here. But wait only.
I still think Mark goes tight, guys.
No, you can't go
Guys,
tight.
Mark's got to go tight.
You just know you're just got to get it deep. You can go too, Mark. Go, Mark. Mark now. Mark now.
Come on, Mark.
All you got.
Yep.
All you
Yep.
got. Keep going.
Yep.
Keep going.
Good
Keep
scrub.
going. Throw.
Two teams at 3 losses, all important for them, Kathy. And I'm not sure Ontario got a chance for a bunch here.
Well, he does have a chance for 5. Jean-Michel Menard decided to play a guard, but he didn't protect the hole, and that's the area that Glenn needs to get through to remove both the red.
Scott Howard on the brush. Oh, just a little maybe over curl, couldn't hold it. And they will get just the 1 to tie it at 4. So missed opportunity there. That Ontario team struggling a little bit on their brushing. They have Scott Howard, but of course Adam Spencer has come on to fill the role after Wayne Madaw's injury. And
somewhere in there.
in our earlier coverage, we did make note that their rushing is a little bit off.
Top 4. Bury it.
You're not making the suggestion that would have been better with Wayne rushing.
No, but I mean, Richard, no, not at all. Wow. That,
right now.
but no, Richard Hart, they're all season,
got all there,
of course.
Absolutely, and Cheryl brought it up too. Adam's brushing on when he's on the one side, the right side, he
We're back team.
Really
sliders the push foot, which is kind of awkward.
Some guys can do that, but
doesn't
he's a
here,
backhand
girl.
player, so it takes a lot to get used to.
Easy.
Mark. Just has to be buried. Good shot, Brent.
That's right. You don't want to leave it double.
2 nice come arounds. Something going here now.
You can come either way.
Easier, but
Incredibly unfortunate freeze for Alberta there, Cheryl. Over curled by a 1/4 inch.
I don't like that. Good run it in this way.
And that spot seems to be tricky down the intern. You thought the handle came off a little bit or started to maybe pick a bit.
Right, and then Brad's free draw for 2 looked like it was back 4-ish and just stopped on the button.
Yeah,
To keep an eye down that slide patch.
Probably
half.
it's always thinner.
about a 1/3.
Aim for a 1/4.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
E.J.
Whoa.
Harnden.
Yep. Yep.
It's close.
Whoa.
Ryan Fry. Angle it
Shot
back.
each.
Oh, and he's going to get the one at the back edge. Wow.
Fantastic.
Sausage.
Shot.
So much risk there. You pick your own off the pot there, and Alberta's sitting 3.
Pretty nice.
That's how close this gets to their own.
Really close.
Real close.
Line's good.
Don't have to.
Well then. Heavy. Yeah.
Back you up.
Hard then, Mark. Whoa. Hard.
Whoa.
Whoa. Just bending. Just.
Whoa.
Or else we got to sweep.
Curled up. A little separation now.
I had to keep sweeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got enough for that or no?
I got an inch. I like it.
I like it if you.
Get rid of everything.
Yes, exactly. The 2 ways to do this: throw a rock and hit it dead on, it'll jam out.
Whoa.
You can throw soft weight and let it curl a little more and get it out too.
Whoa. Clean. Yep.
No, EJ.
No.
And they'll get rid of everything. Leave the shooter right there.
That's the Ryan Fry we remember at the Olympics.
That tuck, and he gets down so low behind it. Deadly
He makes
accurate.
that.
What?
So if he makes that, we hit the open.
Great shot in your second now.
Giving a deuce isn't horrible.
No. Turn you like Marcus.
Probably the out thing.
Here, Brent.
Yeah, that's a good call. Why don't we do that?
I like freezing the middle one, guys.
I don't hate this.
It's really
It's gonna be
short
tough.
run
You
form.
can
I
make
think it's
this
3.
good. Get one in here.
Okay. Let's go, Marcus.
That shows respect, doesn't it, Russ? The fact that even if you come to the shot stone, they just that blasting ability.
Yeah.
You have to play away from it.
Yeah, you do, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're actually staying away from that double, knowing that one shot will make it. Keep these reds apart.
A little light.
Walk you down, baby. Walk you
Got
down.
room. You're okay.
Want to freeze that
Problem with
one?
where they got to go with this is that the run back
Freeze
is
that one, Kev.
pretty short for Northern
T-line,
Ontario.
right to the nose.
We're to it. All the way to it.
Hard line.
All the way to it.
Oh.
We're there.
Hard line. Hard line. Hard. Keep it hard.
Good shot. Good call, Benny.
Didn't curl for them to get
Taking
around
too
that
much
guard.
ice,
Yeah, that was plan B, was it not?
Whatever.
Okay, Mark, good shot.
It's a pretty good result.
Yeah, I don't think he can get both ours. He might be able to.
Peel it.
You want to time out here? Time out. I don't think you make that goes
Each
to the
team
side.
given
That's
2 90-second timeouts. So we'll look
What if we just
for,
hit this one?
Caleb Flaxey to join them.
Yeah, then we still have this one to get rid of it.
I don't mind even just picking that.
Or if he freezes here. That's what he'll probably do.
Like
right?
you can't make this thin and push this.
Ooh.
Maybe. I think it's real thin. You just got to get that going sideways. I think it's there.
You think that
Try,
goes
or
up?
I mean, Huck, what do you like?
We were thinking hit this one.
Nose it?
Yeah, because I mean, they're going to group those rocks, then we have 3.
You'll go there, right?
Yeah, they're going to group those. I know what you're saying. I like our chances
If
when
he
the
goes
Reds
there,
get close
if he
together.
goes there, we still should be able to come off ours
Yeah.
and get right.
Yeah.
Get one.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think
Let's
so.
play here. So nose it. We don't want to be rolling in.
No.
Because
Do we even need to stick at all?
No, nose it.
Well,
I think we want to. Yeah, you like that, Kel?
Nose it.
Nose?
Interesting situation. They actually talked about throwing a rocket down here, hitting that so thin that the thrown rock would kick this sideways and try to group those together, but that's like laser eye surgery. After the timeout, they decided just to nose this dead on, knowing that Alberta's going to have to group these somehow, and with the upweight ability of Fry and Jacobs, they might be able to make a double at some point.
Normal. Clean. Whoa. Clean. Normal. Yep. Clean. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Clean.
Yeah,
Clean
EJ!
up.
EJ!
They said sit right there. Exactly.
Shot right. Shot right. What's this about?
Blank in 7 means that Team Canada continues to lead over Manitoba.
Okay. You can ask him if you want. I don't have a voice. You want to ask
What's
him?
you thinking?
Is freezing ours any good?
He just hammers it on the nose. We have this one here.
What about around the corner?
Where they can freeze it right on the nose.
What about straight around the corner again?
Timeout.
Timeout.
So they'll use their first
Yeah, I don't know.
of 2.
Just freezing over here, he blasts. It's just wasting a rock, right? Because he'll get it out no matter where you put it.
And then Kevin has to make a move on the center line
Yeah.
one, and it's not good.
Well, I just think if we freeze there, it just wastes a rock.
We're just trying
Well,
to
this is going to be nice because
You're never going to be able to put
remember Scott Pfeiffer, who's the 5th for this Alberta team, and part of that fabulous Randy Furby 4 Brier wins, 3 World wins, and here as a 5th player. And so it's been a long time since we've seen Randy. Nice to see him back.
Anyways,
what's he do if you make this? Then?
He just blasts it.
That's fine, but then what? Then what's your
Then what do we
after
do?
that?
Then we freeze here.
Yeah.
Freeze or hit and
That's a
roll,
little
we may
scary.
have to double. But yeah, then we can freeze
there
somewhere.
Sure. Okay.
You
I'm
okay
in.
with it?
Yep.
I mean, we know this. We saw their freezes. What do you?
That's what I like.
Yeah,
I like the corner freeze.
You know, Scott, for your first appearance at a Brier in a while, I expected a little more.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of enthusiasm there. You had to sit and wait.
One of the nice, really nice
Okay, Mark.
fellows. He and Marcel Rock, the front end of that team, huffing and puffing. They were brilliant.
Jacobs was counting on them grouping these stones. They're going to go to the wing and not group the stones and maybe get a chance later on to get access at the double off the center line yellow.
Weight's good.
Lean it for line.
Okay, weight's good.
Little heavy.
Small bump.
Hold it up. Stay with it.
Little heavy.
Oh, line's fine.
Knee.
No. No.
Brent. No, baby.
Good shot.
Shot, Mark. Shot.
Perfect, Mark.
Shot, Mark.
Now, we saw a blank in the 7th of the game between Manitoba Team Canada. Another blank here for Saskatchewan, New Brunswick in 7. I wonder if that says something about teams tightening up a little bit, looking at their results, trying to just keep it close, not going to take too many chances here. That last rock, all important.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. It's just human nature. You start looking at that scoreboard, and the strategy can change. You know, 11 games, you go out your game 1 or 2, you're not too worried about it. But once you get 3 losses,
yeah.
Great freeze, got the angle and everything. That's nice curling.
Yep. Whoa. Right.
Brad Jacobs, his first.
Please.
Shot.
Yeah.
Shot, Brad.
Nice, good, top 4.
Another. What? Another bird. Nice shot.
Well, where are we? Second?
Well, let's play it out. So if you go over here again, say you go here, you got to be careful that he doesn't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm
He'd end
thinking
up
like
being
T line
here.
or
Then
just behind the T.
Then he plays this.
Then that's a pretty easy double. Tough for him. He'd have to roll somewhere like there,
Yeah,
and
then
I'd have a soft double.
Yeah, I guess we're second shot, aren't we? Jeez. Forgetting we're second shot here.
You guys like this?
That's pretty good, because how does Northern Ontario get that red one out of there that's frozen?
There's a slim chance he guards. Right? Because the most he gives up if he guards
But
is 2.
I've got this in off. He counts.
Right, you're right.
Mark was looking at it like they were third shot, but they're second, so it does make a difference.
Deeper, because then I think he can do this really thin, and it's going to go straight across.
Yeah, I think you can be just behind.
Okay.
Yeah, because his rock's coming from up here,
Yeah,
right?
I hear you. Yeah. Well, it'd be coming from.
There wasn't a lot of enthusiasm
It's the only
from
one I'm worried about. T-line.
the Alberta front end of Hebert and Lang.
In middle of the button. Guys like this?
What are we doing over here?
Just teetering slightly behind. I don't know what he does with these.
Okay, yeah.
His only thing he can do real good is roll.
Should have to be a double.
Yeah. Sliver more. So you want to be T, you can afford to be just behind.
4-4 tie. Been a while, Kathy. How are you?
I'm well.
Good. There's Quebec sitting one at the back edge. Draw for two.
Well, it is, and very much like our game, it was a touchstone on Glenn Howard's first one in the process of sweeping. He was playing a double, and so that rock came off. It allowed Jean-Michel to draw for 3. And Glenn made a double on his second, but it does allow this chance for 2.
We just finished talking about Ontario's
you did.
troubles with their brushing.
Exactly.
So Quebec takes a 6-4 lead.
Go guys, go guys.
Hard, Mark.
Go guys.
Now does this
Gotta go,
stopping
go,
there. They wanted it another, well, let's just say they wanted it back T-line, almost even. What does that leave them?
A double.
Yeah, let's just make sure the roll too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would for sure want it
Here, Brad.
to tee.
So run straight.
Now the pro miss here is to hit it thick and you kind of stop in here somewhere, or you just kick it over a little bit. If you don't, the last thing you want to do is get it way too thin and go down and get at your own. Ryan will know that. He'll call it accordingly. Perfect or thick, one or the other.
Whoa!
Brad Jacobs, his last.
Ryan!
Got a chance here to get rid of a couple.
Hard!
One, thick, across, now behind the T line, moves it back.
Might be there, but not the greatest throw.
Has he left something too, or not?
Maybe.
Is there a triple over the top of the back red one?
Not the greatest throw. Definitely could have.
What?
Gee.
Well, that's just a great shot. He's still upset about it.
You hit half. It's coming here. It's. I don't know.
I'm coming from up here.
It's hard in this
I'm
house
worried
right
that
now.
it misses this, but you have to hit this.
Yeah, that's the
pretty-
question. Does it go over the top of that
Right.
red?
I think it does,
I've just
Cheryl.
seen what I'm hoping to see.
Yeah. I don't exactly know where it goes, but I know it's hard to get all 3 of those moving in this house right now.
To get all 3,
But if you want to give it a try,
to
I'll
get
give
this combination thick
You're
enough to
on the
miss
thick side, I
that
think you
red,
score no matter what.
that red there, you are going to be very, very
Thin half is close.
thick here.
I'll see what the
And I think the red one rolls out like that, backwards.
Because you need to get it thinner to stick it there.
And to get it thinner, Cheryl, I think this happens, doesn't it? If you get it so thin, it goes this way and then just redirects onto this one.
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite there, but it's pretty close. And
Return. I don't think so.
They want to try it.
Okay. What turn?
Out. Half. Thin half.
But you've got to hit the stone
Sure.
on the edge of the
Actually, you
4
wanna just about
first.
just-
Correct?
Just missed that one.
the top 4 rock
Yes.
on the corner
Just
at the
miss
2
the
o'clock
other one,
position.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just missed that one.
Oh, they're going. Sorry, are they going
I think they're coming off.
The button
backside
stone?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
and kicking off the backside of it?
Yeah.
Hard! Hard!
Eager.
Hard!
1-2. No, underneath and backs it up.
I didn't think that was there.
No, I thought they were playing off the top 4. Steal one more. Northern Ontario.
Close. Let's play quick.
You know, I think we all have nicknames.
Nicknames are easy for us.
We call Benny the cat. I'm not really sure why. He seemed to have given himself that one.
We've got Gomer. That's my son Scotty. I gave him, I coined that one when he was about 2 years old.
Mark has probably the best nickname. His nickname is Bam, and basically got that from junior curling, throwing the rock real hard. We used to call him Bam Bam.
Ryan Harnden's nickname is Pete.
Carter is either Laser or Brains.
EJ started calling him that because he kind of looks like his Uncle Pete.
Laser, I think, is one he probably gave himself for how he throws. I'm sure he must have given it himself. And the Brains part, wow, that could be too.
In my younger years, I was Howie, as growing up, but then in the curling years, is Cliffy.
Fry has a bunch of nicknames.
Tyrell, we call him the squirrel.
Max, Maximus.
He gets distracted very easily by bright lights.
Schmedius, Schmeeds.
And he's hard to track down when he runs through a creek or jumps in the harbor. We lose his scent, so definitely Tyrell is the squirrel.
Schmedium is, well, he's not like small by any means, size-wise, but he's not large. He's kind of in the middle of small and medium, so he's schmedium.
Wow, schmedium. Welcome back. There he is. Never gonna live that down.
No, not now.
Forever now known as schmedium.
Those are great.
Lovely. Northern Ontario picks up the steal of one. Still discussing that last rock and why they decided to play it off the button stone instead of the rock at the top edge of the 4. And the result is 7-3 now. Northern Ontario and Alberta has to start clawing back here. This could be a disappointing day for them. They already lost today to fall to 2 losses. Northern Ontario trying to win 6 in a row. And it will be the team from Alberta out of the Glencoe Club that does have last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Redstones.
As long as it doesn't overcurl.
Fairly high, halfway.
Should be all there, bud.
Line's fine on this one, easy. Actually, Benny.
I got
it. Easy, just.
Yep.
Right. Right to it. This it.
Toss each. EJ Harnden. Brent Lang as we play second stones.
It's good. We're all there. We're a little
Same.
tighter. Real tight.
It's interesting how this game went, or has gone so far, Cheryl, because it was Alberta that opened with the last rock and they scored the deuce. And we said then, just the way it was going, that Northern Ontario was chasing early. Remember, trying to get rocks in play? And then all of a sudden that Burnstone in 3 leads to the 4 spot for Northern Ontario, and ever since then it's an Alberta team that just seems to be out of sorts.
And Northern Ontario is such a good front-running team, and then Alberta's trying to make everything perfectly, and Northern Ontario just gets to hit away, and that makes such a big difference. You got to get everything perfectly frozen and perfect guard zone.
Luke just loses footing.
He fell, yeah.
Oh, shot.
Wonderful shot.
Team Canada with a 3-2 lead over Manitoba. And it is Manitoba sitting 1 covered at the back edge of the 4. Final rock on the way from Team Canada's Pat Simmons.
A final stone by Mike McEwen made that hit and roll underneath that stone, and I think that the center path is getting that little bit of instability, unsure by Team Canada, not wanting to risk throwing a bumper weight to try to blank. Be very difficult, and so Pat is drawing for the single.
Line's good.
It's not a frost issue, but just a wear issue, do you think?
You know what? It just seems slow.
Okay. Well, we saw earlier a stone just grind to a halt at the button. And this one will have to grind to a halt, and it does. For the single for Team Canada, as they extend their lead to 4-2. Both those teams at 2 losses. Ryan Fry.
Right to it, Eads. Right to it, Eads. Right to it.
Okay. No, maybe Kicked it over. The jam leaves Alberta sitting to one back of the button.
Was it there? What? Was it there?
It turns out that shot wasn't makeable. But not all bad. It's a tough little freeze for Alberta, and obviously the red one's wide open.
Okay. But, I mean, you couldn't do anything else.
A little more, Mark? Maybe. I think they're heavy. Heavy.
Heavy.
T-line. Back
Mark Brent. Keep going. Keep going.
Not frozen.
Had to set 2, though. Did the job.
Well, this double is there. Make it that way.
Yeah, I think.
So make it just thin?
Thin, I think. I think that's the safe way.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's like hit an inch. Well,
It's almost
pocket.
touching this one first.
It's pocket, pretty much.
Smart call by Ryan. They're going to hit the top red one on the center line side and make the thin double, but you hit it so thin, you'll jam it on that yellow.
Tough to me.
This way, there's no jam possibility. They might not make the double, but at least there won't be a jam.
You know, he said during the Scotties that sometimes the teams that lack the experience don't see shots. I mean, how many times would you in regular play see this shot of cracking it in the middle and kicking it across?
Zero.
And he just rolls it underneath.
Steven him up.
Yeah.
Now just put it somewhere that you don't leave them any kind of double. T-line, 8 foot.
What I threw last end should be good, eh?
Yeah.
Even them up. Sliver more, Mark.
To the light, Brent. That has to go hard. Come on,
Brent Lang, at the urging of Ben Hebert, said a little light, so you got to pick him up
Not
here.
very good. You're not even. Go top.
Go, go, go. When I get in the rings. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Here, then.
Yeah, we got to go for there.
Go on, boys.
Hard. Ben, can you go
Hard,
hard,
hard, hard, hard.
And he doesn't get it there.
Wow.
Quebec, Ontario dropping in here, and Quebec is sitting 2. Ontario's last on the way.
Well, Jean-Michel Menard made a great run double on his first to really get his team out of trouble. And Glenn tried to make a double back, just got 1, and so that allowed Jean-Michel to lie 2. Needs to get to the nose and stay right there.
And there's the 1 for Ontario. They'll trail by 1 going to the 9th. Both teams at 3 losses.
Control?
Yeah.
Brad, you're throwing firm control or control?
Yeah, it'll be around firm. It'll just be a little firm.
Kevin came up late going away last end with the in-turn draw to the wings as well. It's always surprising when it's to the wings because it usually slides better.
But that kind of didn't get to the wing until the last second, right? It was down that middle all the way.
Through the slide path.
Yeah, and that's what Kathy's saying. It seems to be happening in all the sheets.
Whoa, EJ!
Brad Jacobs, now EJ Harnden.
Whoa!
And just rolling it away to sit the 3. And these numbers will tell you something. You saw that draw coming up light, 79% for Cooey. Off on his hit game, off on his total game at just 70%, while Jacobs perfect on his hits, 98% overall. The player numbers are brought to you by Travelers. It's better under the umbrella.
You wouldn't try this one at home either, Vic. Rocket weight dead on to save the shooter, and it's pretty close. It's really close. It's going to hit this one for sure. Can they get that one out that way?
Trails 7-3. trying to get a deuce here.
Ben! Whoa! Close.
Bang, bang, and he jammed it, and it backs up into the top 4 for another steal of 1 for Northern Ontario. And that's it. Northern Ontario will win it, and they are 6 straight. And Alberta will drop 2 on this Tuesday, and they are now 4-3. Make the final 8-3 for the team from the Sioux. And quickly, let's go to the game between New Brunswick and Saskatchewan. Final stone is on the way for Saskatchewan skip Steve Laycock.
Forced to draw for a single after Mike Kennedy made a double on his final stone. Lies 2. Looking for forefoot.
Laycock out of the Newtana in Saskatoon. Mike Kennedy, Canadian and world senior champion with Wayne Talon from Grand Falls. Boy, he needs all 4, doesn't he?
He does.
Oh boy. And it will slide too far. 1 for sure. It's a steal of 2. New Brunswick steals 2. 6-3, they lead it. Well, there's no doubt that 4 will be talked about because of the fact that it came off a burned rock. Northern Ontario taking advantage there. But then it was a struggling game for Kevin Cooey, just 63%, as Northern Ontario steals singles at 7-8. They win it 8-3, and so they remain undefeated. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. So with that game done, we'll just go right next door from Sheet B to Sheet A, and the game between Quebec and Ontario. Quebec, Jean-Michel Menard from the Etchemin Curling Club in Lévis, across the river from Quebec City, comes in at 2-3. Playing Ontario, Glenn Howard from the St. George's Golf and Country Club in Toronto. He comes in at 3-3. Quebec playing the Redstones will have the last rock here in this 9th. And leading by 1, Eric Sylvain with his second rocks.
Yep. Yep.
And rolling it underneath, and they'll sit the 3 with last rock. We saw earlier, heard earlier, there was a burned rock in this one too, a brushing error by the Ontario team.
You do that too.
They're sitting 3, but they ignored the center guard,
Not
which
bad.
goes a little against logic. 1 up with hammer here. You'd love to keep it as simple as possible.
Try that.
Richard Hart throwing the 3rd stones.
Even a force for Ontario here. They'd love to steal, but even a force. And with that guard out there, they have that possibility.
Real hard. Adam. You gotta go.
Adam Spencer
You gotta go, buddy.
brushing against the grain. You gotta go, buddy. Oh, no. And it will go all the way through. Wow. Now moves that center guard over just a
That's not even
smidge.
close, boys. If I'm through the house.
No question now.
Imagine
Peel the
if I throw
guard.
Back 4.
Yep. Yep. Clean.
Game.
Just a brilliant triple by Jean-Michel last stand, and it was high risk because if it curls a fraction of an inch, he picks out his own.
Maybe
And
make
Glenn's drawing
those
for
too.
3 with hammer. He made the
Well,
triple.
I can only throw board to stay.
Yeah.
How many triples have we seen from him
Oh.
this
How
week?
about
It's unbelievable.
tap
Not
on
afraid
the
to
nose,
play them.
Keep my shooter front,
For a-
kick ours out to the wing.
From a
This
curler
one?
who thinks of
Yeah.
himself as part-time.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
But that's,
Gotta get a little weight.
Yeah.
you said it, I think,
Little high side.
Russ. He can be
What kind of
scary
weight?
because he knows what to
hack.
do.
Right.
He's a former
wanna keep
Canadian
our
champion.
yellow, right?
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
So it's not like he can't make the shots. It's whether he has the repetition or the reps to make the shots.
And he's also, I think, because they don't play at it that much, they're realistic about this type of field, and they come in very loose, and that's an advantage also. They lose a game or two, they're not going to go jump off a bridge anywhere. They're going to be right back there smiling, and they've started slow and hung in there this week.
And they love it too. They love the game.
Scott. Whoa! Scott. No way. No way. You gotta go.
Whoa!
Gotta.
Oh. Mud.
Yeah, what Glenn's saying there, that's the his word for it slowing down. Right in the center, it's softening up.
Was it muddy down there?
You know, we haven't seen that, and I wondered with the different pebble if that would create the issue with the slide path. Because we haven't seen it.
Valid point.
That's what I was thinking.
It's not far.
Heard more comments about it tonight than we have at all.
Go!
Martin Kret. Sylvain has got him. They did well.
Okay, good.
They're just piling them in there.
but not to their advantage, Vic.
No, I understand that. I mean, it's, the more you junk it up, the more you have to pass to get it out.
Hope he doesn't take the pocket away.
Then I can tap that one.
This, and you got something over here. Yeah.
I was just thinking maybe we can get out of this end too. I know.
That's ultra thin.
Could go around the whole. It is.
I think we gotta go.
You want to take a timeout?
Or you could do this. You could do this too.
Time.
You could do this too, right? Keep your shoe there. Right? I guess that just jams.
Try and get this to spill out here. I'm thinking we gotta freeze on here last.
Yeah. What if I threw board weight? Hit that, that goes there, this one goes there, at least that one's right on the back of the pin. I got 2 yellows in front of it.
You gotta cue them up absolutely perfect.
No, what you gonna do, rip them, and then if he leaves it, I freeze on top, and then I guess he blasts it.
Freeze one there?
And then he just drills the yellow. Like, cause you're on the nose, right? Even if you make it perfect on the nose, he drills that.
Yeah.
This gone. This might stay though. That could stay, and this could be gone. You might just leave this.
He puts it, I guess
if he doesn't put it back, great. Yeah, I guess you make him put it back.
You might hit and roll in, but you figure it back.
Yeah, you could take that out of there, and what else could he do? He might just peel the yellow, and I guess.
How's he peel though? He's a hard time peeling.
Yeah, quarter rock. He probably wants to hit that.
Yeah.
If you're wondering where the coach for Ontario is, well, he's back at the bench. That's Wayne Madaw, who, of course, broke his leg prior to the provincials, and that's what necessitated Adam Spencer joining the team. So Madaw, with his cast, cannot make it out onto the ice.
You should give him a phone so he can at least talk to them. Kind of likes the yellow, red, and try and create a pocket.
Yeah, this way, Cheryl, and bump it back up a little bit.
Yeah.
And just kick it back somehow. The other option, I think that was the original call, was just come down here,
Get a pocket.
kick that over, and then there is a red pocket. And even the yellow one would roll over somewhere. And how does Team Quebec get rid of that yellow? Glenn will then freeze to the button with those 2 reds that are already behind the T line. The rock that's hurting Ontario is that top 4 foot on the center line, and I think with the ice Glenn's taking, that's what he's going to do, is try to chip that back behind the T line. Then he's got a great little wall.
Yeah, the only advantage, you just need a pocket somewhere to freeze.
81% isn't as high as we've seen it this week. Adam Spencer.
Hard. Whoa.
And is going to rub and roll off. Does move that stone now. There is a mitt
good.
back there.
That's pretty darn good.
And a couple ways in.
It's perfect. I think you're going to have to win yourself here.
Non, ouais, c'est ça, c'est notre dernier de faire attention.
Ben, regarde, le dernier bout, je pense que c'est là ou jamais.
Ben, ça va être
Timeout being called.
You can't peel the top yellow anywhere. And hitting the side yellow doesn't help. You just draw the top 4. Or hit and roll in if it's high enough.
Yeah, you can hit the side yellow and roll in.
You better roll or you're giving up a steal.
Non,
Moi, je pense que c'est plus bon.
Ben, non, parce que je vais spinner là. Hack, boum, boum, on joue là. Si jamais je
Pierre
pousse ici,
Charette
puis
is their
j'ai un petit slash
alternate. He joins them.
Yeah. Oui.
Frapper dans elle et essayer de défaire un peu notre
Hack, wait.
Moi, je jouerais control. Raise draw. Nous autres, on ça, puis on s'en va là. Puis après ça, lui va jouer raise draw. Ou le
Raise
freeze.
ouais.
On peut... Exactement. Puis sinon, on peut whammer la 6 dedans.
L'autre chose, c'est que je m'en viens ici.
Puis là, peut-être qu'il fait ça.
Those are the three options: the raise tap, the off the side yellow, or the freeze.
Pierre's talking about them play, the Ontario team playing the tap. And so Jean-Michel said, the other option is that we just come around and we go right to the face of those red stones.
Sure. Or top button, maybe.
On pourra pas jouer agressif dessus.
Pourquoi?
Trying to protect whatever they do, they know that yellow stone will be tapped. So how do you stop that?
Ouais. OK, c'est beau. Bon. Moyen, mais est-ce qu'on va l'essayer?
Moi, je pense qu'elle, faut qu'elle recule là.
Je comprends. Fait qu'en pogne un
quart.
Ah, moins que ça.
Moins que ça?
Ouais, OK, un petit quart. C'est beau.
So electing to hit that, sorry, Victor, electing to hit that stone on the outside. They actually don't care if they bounce off that red one right in front of Martin's broom. So go across and just try to get that stone away so that Glenn also can't come down and freeze to that.
I was just going to ask you how Jean-Michel Menard has been playing.
He has been a highlight reel, as typical of Jean-Michel can be. He's made some lovely, lovely shots to get his team out of some trouble. And surprisingly enough, most of his best shots have been those hit shots when he prefers to draw.
Only problem with this one is you've got to make the roll. If you don't make the roll, you're probably just throwing your next rock to the boards.
Yeah, getting there might be easier with the draw, straight draw.
Well, they called on it. They were telling its weight was up, but they need Eric Sylvain on this right away. You hear Martin Cret, and then bounces it over. And they've actually gotten rid of the backing, so part of the pocket is gone.
Very nice roll. Even if they'd rolled right through, because they took that red one out, Cheryl, Glenn comes around or plays the tap, you've got that short slash on the outturn side.
Again, kind of got the best of both.
That was smart. That was really smart to kick that red out of there.
There.
Yep.
And have these spill this way.
Actually, the problem is to get that one past that, I got to give it a little weight, guys. I actually got to get it low, Rich, you're right, and just feather that.
Yeah. You need this one here.
Yep.
Just not.
As they make up their mind, we know Team Canada's up 4-2, but it is Team Canada. I don't think they're sitting shot. That's the stone up on just by the tee line. That belongs to Manitoba. So what is this? A chance for? Wow!
Yes. I was waiting for you to count them up.
The light just went on.
Yeah, Manitoba took 2 timeouts this end to spend a lot of time on rock positions.
1-2, kick it. Yes, far enough. You bet. Manitoba will explode for 4 here in the 9th.
Hack weight raise for Ontario here and just chop the 2 reds, make it soft weight double and roll frozen behind cover.
Scott.
Final stone for Ontario. Remember, Quebec does have last rock. They lead by 1.
Hard. I don't. It was a totally different shot. I don't understand the ice at all.
And it's rolled now that it looks like they are sitting 2 at the moment. Could be very close for 3 at the moment. So this. You're look at the backs of the stones, maybe where the red handle touches the red.
Attends un peu, je suis sidéré par
It's
ton
pretty
temps.
close to sitting 3 at the moment for Quebec.
Even if it's 2, I think you play the same
Les
shot.
plus serrés, c'est ces deux-là.
On
puis-
donnera jamais 4.
Okay,
La
thank
pire
you.
moffe que je peux faire, c'est jamais je suis fort, on step un peu. OK, regarde. Mets-le là, je vais lancer short. On va y aller au pire.
Non, mais tu sais, dans la canne, les stats.
Just softening up a little bit as
Arrête de chialer, là.
you heard Glenn talk about the mud, and they just changed their mind here to soften the weight. I'm not sure why. They needed more like a hack weight
Martin, on
than
est
that.
3.
Oui, on est 3.
Dans le pit.
Ontario lost earlier today to Jamie
Pas
Cooey
besoin de
and
plus que ça.
the team from the Territories, in danger of losing 2 in a row. We've just seen Alberta lose 2 in a row. And he's not even going to play around. He's just going to toss this away, and now they'll take a look. 2 for sure, it appeared to me. Looked like it could be as many as 3. And it will be. Quebec will get the 3 and 9. And handshakes. It'll go into the book as a 9-5 win for Quebec. Their record is now 3 and 3, and Ontario suffers a 4th loss. They go to 3 and 4. On this Tuesday night, and we're seeing teams falling back. So over to the game now between New Brunswick and Saskatchewan. And New Brunswick trying to keep themselves part of the mix. They come in at 4 losses. That's Mike Kennedy of Grand Falls. He's playing the Redstones.
Well, a chance for 3. Mike Kennedy made, or was attempting to make a double on his final stone. He jammed it, but what I find interesting, Vic, is look at where he's drawing. He's drawing away from that center path for his 3. Normally you'd see them draw towards the center. I think that speaks volumes for what we're seeing
You know,
tonight.
the other thing is there is the 3 spot on the board for Saskatchewan, and it comes at a big time to stop the bleeding. They're all tied. New Brunswick will have the last rock coming home when we come back.
The 2016 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2016 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. By Cashmere Bathroom Tissue, nothing feels like cashmere. And by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
So let's take a look at the updated standings with the games and the finals we know. So Northern Ontario still remains undefeated. Newfoundland Labrador, Brad Gouge not playing at 1 loss. Team Canada's on the ice against Manitoba. So one of them will stay at 2, one will drop to join Alberta, to join Quebec, to join Saskatchewan on the ice right now, but without last rock. Ontario, BC, New Brunswick on the ice have fallen to 4. I mean, it's that kind of event.
Think about that when Manitoba, or like you say in sheet C here, Canada, Manitoba, one of them goes to 3. There'll be 3 teams in this entire 12 field that are better than 3 losses.
And we still have Wednesday, Thursday, 3 draws each, and then the 1 draw Friday morning.
9 of the 12 teams by Tuesday night have 3 losses or worse.
I don't think he can get the middle rock out, so go here now.
Yep. Go, buddy. You got her. Just a little more. Throw 10. Throw to the pin. You got her. Really good.
Good.
Yeah, I do too.
It's really good. Hair tight. Rather not. Really
Yes.
good. Rather not. We're really good.
Down
hard. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Keep going. All things considered, that's pretty good.
So New Brunswick
14-4, guys.
does have the last rock, playing the Red
Leave
Stones.
the red one there.
Mike Kennedy and his team from Grand
Just
Falls.
straight peel that way. You got to leave the red one there. You don't want to do that, Mike. Okay. You can't lose that red. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hark Lecoq.
Okay, it's good.
You know him well, obviously, having played with him for 3 different Briers.
Great guy, and he gets it. He gets it. He knows how to miss. He knows the pro shots. He's a wonderful brusher. Always been in good shape.
But if you're in a holding pattern over Moncton, it's because he's here.
Exactly.
Him being an air traffic controller.
That's true.
Just he can.
Which has happened to me a few times.
I feel heavy.
Boom.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Extra if any. Extra line.
No, it's good. Just clean
Line's
it.
good.
Now to Kathy's point, she feels that maybe this sheet more than others, it's really getting soft in the center. Colton's in-turn come around looked like it stopped on him. They yelled heavy out of his hand. He ended up top 12. And obviously you go wider, it'll be quick. So it's, you know, you've got to be aware here.
Watch the paths that you're in.
Yep. 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 Hard, guys. Hurry.
Scott Jones throwing the 3rd stones. And a 3rd Brier appearance for him.
Freeze it.
Back 4.
Yep. One timeout left, right?
You look at straight numbers, New Brunswick, 88% for their team, over 84% for Saskatchewan.
They've made a lot of teams work this week. They just aren't coming out with the W's, but they've had some good battles.
Line's good. Line's good.
Kirk Myers.
Good line. It's a little
That's the
tight.
same story for Saskatchewan.
Well, this is all important here.
Hard.
I mean, Saskatchewan would love to stay at the 3 losses and go above 500, and of course New Brunswick trying to stay at 4. They're going to rub and roll.
Yep. Just curl a bit.
Not the worst.
Just maybe come back. Grab the top of the button. Let's also remember, too,
Okay.
trying to
Hack. Board.
avoid falling back.
There. Hack. Okay. Hack.
Yeah, they almost got edge to edge on this, so I think you got to throw a little bit down. They talked about board for a second, but hack will give you a little better opportunity to get some finish.
To get it by, it's probably a winner.
Not bad. Yep.
Scott's got to be tight to the guard to make this.
Go to. Hard, Jamie. Hard, Jamie. Keep her going. Hard. Keep her going, Jamie. Yep. Whoa.
Oh, very nice.
It's okay. If he makes it, we still have something. You have to high side this.
Let's go, buddy. Won't go nuts. Just nice gradual.
Can you get tight enough to the guard? You can make the raise, but you might kick that yellow when he's raising out in the open.
Yeah, because you know you're going to be a bit careful on this. There's no way you can wreck on the guard.
If you could throw the other turn, which you can't, if you could throw the other turn, you could get a straighter raise.
Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Whoa. Dallin. Dallin. Flash. Flash.
Again, back and forth they go between Dallin Myers and then Colton Flash. And then the jam at the back.
So we touch that guard. Normal or peel?
Firm.
We want to welcome those of you who have been watching the game between Manitoba and Team Canada and their win. Manitoba, Mike McEwen to go to 4-2. And Team Canada, Pat Simmons, the defending champions, now at 4-3. Make the final 6-4. McEwen, one game remains on the ice. New Brunswick and Saskatchewan as they play in a 6-6 tie here in 10. And timeout is being called by Team New Brunswick. There you see their skip. 53-year-old Mike Kennedy out of Grand Falls with a record of 1-4 against Saskatchewan, and Steve Laycock from Saskatoon at 3-3. And it is New Brunswick that does have the last rock coming home here in 10.
Half a stone.
Yeah.
It's a really good call, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll
Okay.
not this. It should stay somewhere around here.
I like it.
Okay. Half a stone, Mike?
Yeah.
2/3?
My buddy Grant dreamt this one up. It's get that front opened up. All you're trying to do is make your last shot as easy as possible. This does that, and at the same time takes away the buried rock. You play that yellow double, Cheryl, and you roll away. You don't have anything if Steve Laycock makes the out-turn come around.
Just sink it again.
Yeah. Great play here.
Steve made his shot as good as he could. They almost rubbed the guard.
Just shade more.
In a fifth Brier. 3 times as skip. Once playing third for James Grattan. Mike Kennedy.
Great shot.
There's the front opened up.
Yeah. New Brunswick has never won a Brier. They've come close. They've lost 2 finals. Jim Sullivan to Ed Wernick back in 1990, and then, of course, Russ.
Yep.
Lost to Greg McCauley in 2000.
He may actually still show you if you stick it right on the seat.
I think with that ice, they're trying to draw the side of the button and a half buried.
That was the call.
Down a soft area here. This is a really hard shot.
Mine's good.
Final stone for
Mine's good, guys.
Steve Laycock.
Mine's pretty good.
Bolton. 3rd straight year that Saskatchewan, he has won the Saskatchewan Championship.
Yep. Yeah. Go.
Colton Flash, Dallin Myers, Kirk Myers calling line.
Back one, hard.
Trying to take it all the way back.
Oh,
And all the way back. It needs to be a shot stone. Oh, I don't know if it is.
Bad call. We should have left it.
Went too far.
It's actually us anyway, Mike. Sorry, us. Yeah.
Their shot.
Team throw it away.
And they agree. And so it will be the win for New Brunswick to keep themselves very much part of the picture as they remain at 4 losses. Make the final 7-6. And Saskatchewan suffers a 4th loss. Now 3-4 on a dramatic Tuesday. As we see Alberta lose 2, Ontario lose 2. A lot of teams falling back in this very competitive field, but one team remains undefeated. That's Northern Ontario, the former champions, Brad Jacobs, with Newfoundland and Labrador 1 game off the pace, and then Manitoba 2, and then they start to bunch up. A reminder that Kathy and Brian will be with you 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday morning as our coverage continues with Brad Gushue as he plays Pat Simmons, and it's really a must-win, you would think, for Team Canada at 4 losses with still so many rounds to go. Thank you for joining us. The Tim Hortons Brier from Ottawa is on Canada's sports leader, TSN. Sports Center is next.